Welcome to the next game of Shadowrun. Characters are up to session number 97, 79. I'm very dyslexic today. And they're up to season 2, episode 41. At the table today we have Ross.
Yes, I play lovable character Womp, follower of Effie Thump from the BBC Pantheon. Currently happy troll at the moment because everything is currently going great. I hope.
Online today we have M.
Hello, I play Bolt, your lovable puppy, and not the sharpest bolt in the shed. I am more magic-y than ever, and that should probably terrify people.
And you're also Hollow.
Yes, I am also hello. I am the spider, or at least trying to be the spider of Desrin Tower. I got kicked out of the room I was occupying, but at least I still got all my stuff. I am now tinkering more with drones, and having a ball.
Next online today we have is Jeremy.
Good evening, yes, I'm playing Desrin Tower. Elves and Dwarves, grew up on the Elves of Seattle. Please down to overcome his origins and his well way of becoming a wealthy man. Like nothing very suddenly finding out that he might have accepted.
Next online we have is Josh.
Good evening all. My name is Nero. I am your espionage spy, willing to dabble into the online realm. Don't mess with my high-tech brain, or some of the sophisticated gadgets I might have.
And keep away from microwaves and magnets.
Yes.
Also, don't mention terrorism, bomb,
Yeah.
attack.
Yes.
You know, general things that happen every day.
Yeah. Yes. Don't mention anything about terrorism or bombings or anything else, because that'll be one way to set Nero on the brink.
Also online we have Al.
Hello, I play the character of Talon. She is an elf. No idea where she came from. Apparently she still has amnesia. Let's keep it that way. And terrible with money, terrible making genuine friendships because she also has some form of sociopathy. Not exactly sure where on the spectrum she sits, but she seems to get along well enough with the good people of this particular shadow running group, so that's good enough for her. Her new thing is apple tarts, really into them at the moment, and that's her.
And also joining us this week is Shadow.
Shadow's in the shadows right now. But we'll introduce herself in a minute.
That is fine.
You see this massive puppy dog flying into the shadows and also disappears.
Yeah, apparently that's how good my stealth is. I'm Shadow. I no longer associate with the word star or have anything to do with it. I would deny that it ever once appeared on a character sheet. I don't even know what a character sheet is, right? It doesn't belong in this world, right? Something that the police do when they're doing profiling, I'm sure. Try to be master of stealth. Occasionally succeed. Best described as a Robin Hood in a corporate forest, now sitting amongst a bunch of Shadowrun runners, which is probably not exactly the best fit for her, but works right now. Oh, and
So you're basically becoming the antithesis of your name.
And by the way, you know how, you earn all that money from body harvesting, Talon? and how
Oh,
Shadow manages all your money for you. Guess where all your money goes to that she doesn't use to spend on your expenses?
The local pie shop.
Charities are figuring out who the body harvester is, the real body harvester.
I'm sorry, there's no kobolds with a bring out your dead.
Well, I don't know, there could be. It's Shadowrun. There's fantasy here, right? I heard mention of dragons last game.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure if there's kobolds.
Step back. Just want to take a little step back right now. All of my money is currently with you, Shadow. Love that for me. However, where did you say it is? What's the problem? Am I broke right now?
There's no problem. But you know, it gets used in very charitable ways in some cases. You are a very philanthropic person.
Of course I am. I'm amazing and
absolutely,
perfect.
yeah.
Thank you for helping me foster this image in the public domain. Of course, I also, care about, poor people and stuff. I mean, like, whatever. But, yeah, I'm really happy. I mean, tell me that people can see that this money is being spent.
Oh, no. Everything I do is in the shadows. No one can trace a cent you earn. Which is good for you, considering the body harvesting.
Nero highly doubts that.
I have SoCal on my side.
There's a bit of it.
You can't even get past SoCal's waiting room. When you can get past SoCal's waiting room, you can trace Talon's money.
You're giving me a challenge, right?
That's fine. SoCal likes a challenge. Well, I'm guessing it's SoCal. I'm hoping it's SoCal. It'd be nice if it's SoCal. Means he's recovered.
Okay, so who wishes to do the recap of what happened last session?
I can technically. I wrote 4 pages of it, but I missed out on like half an hour.
Squid Games.
This is a really good game, so you've got to give like all of the oomph in your recap.
Exploding van.
You don't want me giving you a recap.
Bolt learned that it's really awesome to fly around Seattle.
Oh, we had Super Bowl.
No, I'll leave it up to you guys to recap your session.
I believe that was the recap.
Nero is heavily investigating this terrorist organization to tie back any links to a bombing event in England.
Well, Womp was also doing some investigation, so I gather that's in cooperation with you, or what's the word, in tandem with you? Because I saw he was doing some rolls about it as well. So you guys doing that together?
Okay, so from what I had written up online, last session, with the return of Poppy, who through great struggle pulled them out of the ant spirit nest, or what was left of it, they each received a cred stick with 79,000 credits on there and were told the event never happened. Then they received 3 days of counselling, which pushed the point that it never happened. After relaxing back at Deadshot Tower, Talon sent a
relaxing. Desmond had 5 seconds before Hollow was wailing at his side, saying, "Where's my internet?"
Sorry, just trying to finish it off. Talon sent look-alike competition that looks to be using artwork based on her, so pulled Poppy into a chance to win cosmetics for a year. It was a front for the Murder Circus game show, where less fortunate non-society members are put into a maze and made to fight until one wins or they all die. The team rushed to save the two, arriving at the end of the competition where only Talon and Poppy were still active. The closing scene was a slow walk of the team leaving the event and the building blowing up behind them.
Yes. Thanks to Poppy's capacity.
Cool people don't look at explosions, okay?
So that
I mean, cool people don't look at giant fiery bombs of doom. Can't say explosions, I'm sorry.
So there were lots of things that happened besides that, but that was just me condensing it into small things.
Well, I had a question, which was, is the capacity for Poppy to scream her lungs out like that, is that because of the plant side of her, or is that just pure Poppy talent?
It's also her magic.
Pure Poppy talent, we'll put it down to. I think she might like that.
And also, of note, it was discovered that Poppy's infestation is what is used to make part of the amber gel,
Yep.
as well as feed the insect spirits.
She was not happy with that. She found that very gross. And then you also had the news about the Reverence taking credit for the we don't say that word in front of Nero just in case he has his. Oh, come on, please. You got 6 black last night.
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, you did. We paid for it.
Didn't you get us like 6 black last session as well?
Yeah, I did. But this time I got 6 white and 3 black, so I didn't do too badly this time around. 6 white, is it? Yeah, 6 white, 3 black.
Oh, okay, so 6 and 3 black, making sure we actually have tokens available.
And then there was rumours about Alamaze, the dragon, and Lothweir, and something to do with Norway, and then possibly being involved with this group, maybe?
Quite possibly. Okay, so starting this session, a full week has passed since the murder circus, and with the return of Shadow has invited you out with one of her contacts.
4 weeks past, and therefore finally waking up with nightmares sometimes during the night.
You gonna go start the oven for me?
Did you have a question?
Do I have time to start up the oven so I can do your dinner?
Yep.
Do you want a crumb fish and some chips for dinner?
Oh, just
I presume you haven't eaten. Yeah.
Okay, so here's where you get a bit of a rundown of what you'll have been shanghaied into after being picked up by Shadow in a people mover.
I object to the phrase Shanghai.
Okay, blatantly lied to.
Yeah, that works. That's transparent me.
I'm sure it wasn't a reference to the method of pickup, it was reference to the director.
Don't go drive, she said. It will be fine, she said.
Persuade.
She promised sticking Bob's head out the window, she said.
No.
I turned up with ice cream in honour of Flogger, and you guys all said, ice cream? That sounds like a good thing.
Okay, so you're cruising through Pulliup Barrens, far from the chrome and neo wonders of Seattle, but still close enough to fall under its shadow. For the past 20 minutes, your team has been sitting in sober silence as the fixer who's driving you by the name of Sandil, no flashy handle, just Sandil, confidently weaves her Chevy Vanguard through the dense Friday night traffic. The closest thing to conversation is no accidental off-color remark about the driving habits of Seattle's night owls. Even these cease as you reach the outskirts of Pulliup, where the traffic thins to a trickle. People living in such squalor have little use for something that they can't eat in a pinch. Even the family dog may have its place on the menu. You remember how earlier...
No!
I thought leaving that in for Bolt is just amazing. You remember how earlier this evening Sandil arrived with Shadow to say, this is your lucky night, you're invited to a party.
Twitch Talon just went "Yippee!" and jumped into the car.
You got what birthday again?
And only after you're in the car does she mention it. It's in Puljup. And before you could protest, you were already on the way. Though most of you believe that Puljup is no place for man, beast, or anything in between.
Is this one of those cars where the doors lock but there's nowhere to unlock them?
Yep.
Yeah.
What, we're in one of these things again? Well, Talon should be used to it.
It's a good thing Bolt's so distracted by lots of pets and treats that
What,
he
the
doesn't
fact that
think
Go
Bolt-
out, they
Bolt-
said.
what, the
It'll
fact
be
that Bolt can't
fun.
stick
Go to
his head out the
Puljup.
window?
It's great. The scenic destination.
I was promised Tahiti.
I've
That's basically
gone to
worse than,
Tahiti.
worse than the worst, isn't it?
Puljup is, yes, worse than Redmond.
Yeah, Redmond's luxury compared to this.
Okay, so she says that this is strictly a business call. She told the Johnson you wouldn't go that far out of town without getting something for your trouble.
And I know how Desrin's driven by the dollar.
Here's 250 credits each for you to listen to his tune. And it does note here that greed is a terrible habit, and you each make a mental note to kick the habit someday. And I'm sure for some of you that someday is somewhere. Your revelry.
I mean, that's
the best way to overcome it is more money.
that 75 grand is probably already gone on like dog treats and meat for Bolt.
Fortunately not, because I manage your money too.
Meat.
The actual meat, like proper meat, real meat, or fish.
Not
He
back.
does get proper meat. He does get proper meat.
Your reverie is interrupted as Sandrill brings you to brings a big van to a stop in front of a large two-story building. You can feel the vibration of thunderous music emanating from within its walls. If its windows were not already boarded up, you're certain the driving force of synth bass would have shattered the glass. Through the pitch,
Hell yeah. Anytime.
through the pitch skylight, pulsating light casts an eerie orange and magnetic glow over the building. From the faint illumination, you can read the words Fire Station 118 etched into the building's cornerstones. But you know the place hasn't served that purpose since before the awakening. End of the line, chummers, Sandil says. Johnson will meet you inside. He's said to wander around, enjoy the party, and he'll meet you at some point tonight. Did I tell you he doesn't want you packing artillery? Everyone gets scanned at the door. I guess these elves are kind of touchy about little things like that. You can leave all your gear here, because I'll be waiting for you just up the street. And that includes magic, she says.
How does one leave their magic at the door?
No, the thing is, I happen to have a holy item and scepter.
Don't carry your wands and staves and stuff like that. No.
Yeah, no, I get that part.
Bolt was literally about to ask that same question. He kind of like looks at himself, looks at Shadow, looks at himself.
I'm
Does
just
does
like,
that mean that Bolt's staying in the
just
car?
pat Bolt,
No,
I'm
no.
like, don't worry about it.
But Bolt can go. Bolt can't take staves or
Yeah.
wands or...
I know, but I'm just saying, but the thing is, Bolt is a weapon, so does that mean he stays in the car?
Well, if you refer to Bolt as a weapon,
No,
then
no.
Bolt has to stay in the car,
No.
she says.
Nah, just kidding.
She doesn't
You
kid
hear
about these
sounds
things.
of a big party going on?
What was that, Jeremy?
Do we hear the sounds of a big party going on?
You do hear the sounds of the big party going on.
Okay.
This is interesting. You have, what was it, death metal elves?
It's more synth based from what I gather.
Well,
You're hearing a lot more this than
You-
you are anything else.
you're on the edge of the elven zone of Puljup.
Mhm.
And so this is where the elves who wanted to segregate themselves from society go. When they can't afford proper housing.
So, Desmond must be familiar with this area then.
Well, no, you're up on in the galaxy of Redmond, not fully up, but it's very familiar with it. Effectively, essentially, it's not a lot of gel.
Cool. So you'll be the noble class then. Okay, so I'll lend out remove my cannon, my Eki thumb, the symbol of Eki thumb. Actually, I think that's about it. I don't really carry that much weapons.
You can see that the guards, or the bouncers for the event, are all wearing Ancients colours.
Good to hear.
Did you end up making up with the Ancients?
Of course he did.
No, I can't remember if he did or not.
He still wants to be.
Are you asking Declan and you're getting out of the fight? Or?
Yeah, because I can't remember if you actually did patch things up with them or you're still on their to be frowned upon list.
What's it matter to you? Like getting tired.
It does, because I'm the one who's probably going to be stitching you back together if they don't like you again.
Okay. Declan, can you think you've got does anyone actually, if we had any notice or things like that, he might have an anxious jacket on or not, but that's what will be bundled into the vehicle for easily, but not to
Well, it's up to you if Desrin would carry that along, but you could also say I spend a story point to say, yes, I did grab my Ancient's jacket on the way out.
Well, it's like you mentioned that getting higher into, or not Shanghai, but okay, what did tell her?
She had a
job.
a job for you, but was going to go take you out for a night on the town before telling it to you.
Yep.
I think this one is more of a spending a point.
If it was for a night on town, then there's no reason why Declan, depending on exactly what the definition of town is, that Declan wouldn't have his ancient jacket as part of the right you've created in the area. So.
Well, it depends on if you thought you were going into downtown or somewhere else.
I was going to say, can I say I've taken them into downtown?
No, they've actually gone into Pulya.
Which is the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Be aware, one of your cameras is frozen, Martin. So.
Okay, I can see the frozen camera, and I shall try to fix it.
Because I'm disrespecting the area, it's not getting the table while I'm hearing movement in the kitchen.
That is correct, and we do have a Ross sitting down as well. See, look, there's a Ross there.
That's what you think, but it's just Shadow using her stealth skills.
Absolutely.
Out of character, who else knows that Desrin's sister is running the Ancients?
She's not running the Ancients.
No, is higher up in the respected by the Ancients then.
As to that you're not too sure about.
Yeah, I still think it's funny that he was hitting on his sister.
Okay.
Well, I guess presumably Declan hadn't heard anything from the Ancient about any activity this evening, so
he had not.
He will have gone with the standard suits and the appropriate outward town up here.
Okay, so the
Did you
bouncers.
recognise any of the bouncers?
No, they're not ones that you've run with yet.
Okay.
And they do a thorough check of everyone, though they seem to check Desrin and Talon about 2 or 3 times each.
Desrin because he's suspicious and Talon because they want to.
No, you just think they were hitting on both of them.
Okay. make them look good.
Just like, together, like, I totally understand.
Well, no, I can understand Harlan, but Desmond, he's not good on the eyes. He's actually sore. He's an eyesore because he's bloody cybernetic eye.
Doesn't stop them for
He
pursuing it.
stands on his own 2 feet. He ain't bad looking dude.
No, I'm just complaining the fact that he's got
Supreme here.
No, I'm just complaining the fact that he's got cybernetics and gives me headaches when I try to heal him.
Well, stop trying to heal him. No headache. Problem solved.
Oh, then we'll have to have. Then you'll have to move out of Desmond's tower because it won't be Desmond's tower anymore.
Desmond's not moving out of Deadshot Tower anytime soon.
Well, if he's dead, he's going to be buried there.
I'm sorry, who's dead? No one's dead.
I'm starting to lose the logic of this discussion.
That's okay. Okay, so each of you does get let through. They do a scan of each of your IDs. And after getting in, you can see it is probably one of the best house party style raves that you've been to in a while. Especially considering nearly 95% of the clientele are elves.
Yes! Fuck yeah!
And most of the non-elves are serving.
Woo!
That's appropriate to the place.
It's like a party!
I've been to Ireland. I know what it's like.
Ah, cool.
Well, there's a feeling like I said, this is for the last week or so he's happy to try and really get out of it.
Okay, so
Do I spot any familiar faces in the crowd?
not straight away because they're all having a big dance-off.
I join the dance-off.
Okay, so each of you jumping into dance will get to make a coordination roll.
I don't think
We'll
I made a
also
coordination
jump
roll
in
for quite some time.
in remembrance of his good friend.
Exactly.
And I should have a pretty good coordination skill. Yes, I do.
What is my coordination?
So Bolt's coordination is 2 yellow, 1 green, and 2
I
blue.
think I've just got 3 green.
Can someone roll for me? I'm just kind of
2 yellow.
and I don't have my dice up right now.
2 yellow, 1 green.
2 yellow, 1 green, 2 blue.
Against?
Nero will jump in too.
3 purple.
Yeah, I'll just watch.
Okay, so that's quite interesting. 1 success.
Oh, that's something, right? But a lot of strain.
No, all the strain was cancelled
Oh,
out.
all cancels out? Just a success?
Just
Oh,
a success.
God, that's something.
It's amusing when the rest of the dice cancel each other out.
Well, at least my first roll of the night was pretty successful. So I think I was lost like 3 green, that's it. Which means I'm going to fall on the floor and then just laugh my head off.
So you have 3 green for yours?
Yep, that's it. Just 3 green. I'm guessing against 2 purple, was it?
3 purple.
3 purple? Oh, we've got equal chance of success and utter failure.
You can spend a point to make it a yellow if you really want to.
I don't mind if I fall on my ass.
Yeah.
I'll call it a dance move.
Did you actually state that we're going up?
Oh, no successes and a whole bunch of failures.
So 3 net failures and 4 advantages.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm going to fall on my ass and call it a dance move. See if it catches on.
Well, no, the advantage is to make it look like it was a dance. It's a dance.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly it.
So you said
Desmond's
that
also
was
going-
going downtown, didn't you?
You're going to pull you.
No.
So, sorry, I was just asking. We had Desrin had a question and then we cross-talked. So could you go, Jeremy? So 2 yellow and 3 green, roll for that. And so what I was saying is she just said she was taking you out. She didn't say where.
Oh, well, in that case, I will be dressed up.
Okay, so that is 2 successes for Desrin. Is Tyler doing this as well? Is she going on the dance floor?
Sorry, is she going on a...
Onto the dance floor.
Are we all?
Oh, but man, come on. Obviously, yes, she's on the dance floor.
I thought this was, in honor of Flogger. We were all joining this dance off. Really? You're only 3 green?
Yep, she's not very coordinated.
Yeah, same as me. You won't fall on your ass though.
Okay, 1 failure and 2 threats.
You're as bad as I am.
No, you got advantages.
So, not only did she fall, she made it look bad.
But you're pretty, so nobody cares.
She's about to fall and continue.
Know how dangerous a narcissistic injury is to the people around them. I'm about to be a passive-aggressive menace for the rest of the game. Congratulations.
And how about Hollow and Nero?
Did you want me to get your dice out and ready for you?
Nero will do jump in on a small dance.
Okay, so just have to get green.
So I'm the only one who actually knows the limitations.
It's not about my limitations. It's about Flogger.
Nero has 1 yellow, 4 green, and a blue.
Let's be just 2 green. Unless I could do a charming dance. They're not a lot better.
Yeah, you could argue it. Oh, it fell out. Can we re-roll it? Come on, you make me re-roll everything else that falls out. Better.
Okay, so... So that ends up being 1 failure and 5 advantages.
Well, so you make it look good, right?
That makes it look good.
Bolt's the one that looks good.
Okay, so that left arm was Hollow jumping on the dance floor.
Wait, Hollow got dragged outside?
Hollow got dragged outside.
Why are you surprised by this?
No, this is horrible.
I think she's hiding under Womp's coat.
Okay. I was just trying to get what everyone's roles were first before describing the scene. Okay, so everyone sort of ends up in the big
Mosh pit?
mosh sort of dancing area. As you're moving around, you see Bolt basically making his own space as he's dancing.
Oh, yeah.
You see Shadow getting knocked around by people, but making it look like dance moves. You see
Better than I hoped for.
You see Desrin having many people trying to dance with him. While he's trying to dance with Talon. And Talon seems to be dancing with everyone but Desrin.
And it's murder on the dance floor.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
And you see Nero also getting bumped around a lot, but making it look good. You get about 4 hours of dancing in before your contact shows up.
Okay. I wonder how good the drinks are.
They are exceedingly alcoholic.
Hopefully that's enough.
There are warnings of be careful how much you drink or you might go blind.
Oh.
I will actually take note of that due to the fact that I can't heal myself.
I only drink coffee.
And my generating abilities means that it will take a while to heal.
And partway through the night of dancing, you run into someone a few of you remember quite well. And some of you have never met. He wears ankle-length red leather jacket. And has his face painted up as that of a clown.
Really, a clown?
So diamonds over the eyes,
Yep.
white face.
Is this Harliquin?
This is Harliquin.
Yep. Figured.
And everyone is making a concerted effort of ignoring him and you as he drags you over to a quiet place to speak.
I don't have to be dragged. I willingly walk.
Yeah, and I've got a childish grin on my face.
By now I have a coffee, and I have stopped attempting to pretend I even fit in with this group. I have paid my tribute to Flogger.
Well, the dance floor is still
And
intact.
there's only so much humiliation I'm willing to take for a troll.
Okay, so his voice is smooth, cultured, and has a distinctive Elven accent. And he gives each of you a handshake, and each one who shakes his hand feels a tingle go through them.
Well, Baker doesn't actually feel like he's in a position to not take the hand if it's offered.
And when you do, you hear the sounds of the rave around you disappear.
Oh, cool.
I'm happy with that.
I need to learn that skill.
He doesn't even look as if he cast a spell.
Yeah, well, he is supposed to be ancient, so yeah.
Jason's looking around for a bit, finger gear, looking.
Well, you can hear the rest of the people just fine, as if the you sort of have the sense that there's nothing else in the building with you, even though you can see all the dancers, the pulsing of the speakers, but you can't hear the speakers at all.
Okay.
Okay, so a reverse mask.
He says, "Greetings, I have a task requiring people with your special talents," he says. With the help of Shadow here, he has managed to make some acquisitions and gather some data. But he would really like you to do a job for him regarding the young elven technologists, because they have committed a number of atrocities against the general public.
Again?
Keep doing so. You didn't go up against them last time, you went up against a different group.
Well,
That's right. So we're up against the group that thought they were, that was literally opposed to the young elf technology.
You went up.
The group of wannabe elves that want to be open elves.
Yes, you went up against the wannabe elves that were taking on these guys.
No, but what about the book one? I thought that was the book one that they were doing.
Which book one?
The
Like,
elves.
you mean the one where we had to steal a copy of Aaron's manuscript?
Yeah, the one with the Elven Supremacist book that Shadow stole while.
So the book that was about trolls in
No, not that one.
Germany.
No, it was an Aaron described manuscript that we had to take from the publisher, but the only connection with the other technologist then was the fact that everyone that guy was a bit of what's the word?
Oh, okay. I must have got confused because I thought he was associated with them.
It's easy to get
Well,
confused.
he associated in the sense that he supports them type stuff, or he's kind of their faction.
Okay, so he was just part of their fan club. Fair enough. Yeah, okay.
And getting
Actually,
and he says, getting back to what I was saying.
Yeah, sorry.
He's basically making sure you know that the young elven technologists have committed a number of atrocities that have so far gone unpunished, and with your help he intends to rectify the injustice. First located somewhere in the computer systems on these premises, the young elven technologists have data stores containing a number of backdoor passcodes to the systems of some very influential institutions. You must obtain 2 copies of these passcodes. Second, 1 copy must be delivered to the private suite used by Iran the Scribe when he visits. The next visit is scheduled for this Saturday. Along with the passcodes, you must also leave a sealed missive that our mutual acquaintance is currently holding, which is the one who has all your gear. Third, you must make a very quick matrix run against Dassam Securities and Investments. This is where the other copy of the passcodes may prove beneficial. The branch office at this address employs SAN software that can be circumvented using one of the passcodes. All you have to do is determine which passcode to use. Once inside Dassam system, go to the liquidation subprocessor where you will get this CPU. Execute the program that Miss Sandel gives you. It will handle the rest. When it's finished, get out. The run must place no later than tomorrow night. Oh well, no later than basically tonight. Because tomorrow you have me trying to read the thing and do the dates correctly.
Yep.
So,
Take your time.
yeah, it's just a struggle to get everything correct when it's not following the book verbatim.
Yeah.
So it says must be done tonight. The young elven technocrats have no meeting scheduled until Iran's arrival on Saturday, so only a skeleton crew should be present. More important, Dassam Securities Investment audits all its branch offices on Monday morning. This will leave the young elven technocrats in a precarious position with no time for a cover-up. Under no circumstances should you deviate from this plan or attempt any facet of this run from beyond these walls. Deck into the technologist system from inside this building, then go directly to Dassam. For reasons best kept secret, all paths must lead directly to the young elven technocrat's doorstep, especially if things sell. When you have completed this run, our Miss Sandil will meet you at Club Penumbra, where she will take possession of the passcodes in exchange for a sum of 40,000 credits each. And he sets down a credit skip for each of you, and he says, I'm prepared to pay 4,000 yen in advance.
I'll accept that deal.
I wasn't generous offer, but I'm not certain that our friend here has all the gear that you would need to attempt the run from here.
That's okay, he has made arrangements for that.
In fact, I'm definitely looking at like a hollow at that point in time thing. Like you hollow here.
Well, it wasn't an accident that I got her in the car. If you'll note, Harliquin and I have Harliquin mentioned I've been working on this with him in prep.
General was aware that it was particularly accidental, but you were still privately thinking lucky she's here.
Don't forget Nero. He is actually, I think, a better hacker than in terms of hacking.
I think
Then,
both are going to be needed. I think we're going to need both your skills tonight.
Other than mine, I'm better at hacking.
And so you see, as you're thinking about these things, that there is a scuffle near the door with 3 trolls, Ares submachine guns in hands, heading towards the door. And you hear a shrill voice yelling out, "I tell ya, I am Lee Golben." Not that that means much to you at this stage.
Okay, we don't recognise that name? Okay.
Not off the top of your head. But he does say that this party has been thrown by the young elven technologists, the Polyglot, known as Yet. So this is why you don't know many people in the dance floor. It's not your crowd.
No.
Yeah.
And part of the reason the ancients are on the door is simply because they don't want to be inside.
Nope.
Okay, so we're in a wasp nest.
Well,
Well, better off being in a
not
wasp nest.
Oh,
than
no, maybe I should
something
say a
solid.
west nest.
White
elves.
everything we know about the young elf technologist, up until now at least, was indication that, well, hey, they were
The elven
not necessarily a problem in any way, but hey.
What was that, Ross?
They're the elven Ku Klux Klan, aren't they?
Not quite that bad. They're the elves through superior technology. So technologists, not just racist.
Okay, technologist and racist.
Yes.
Oh, hey, I'm not a technologist fan.
Okay, and just trying to get the map up so I can actually tell where you are. Okay, so yes, it is a rather big room you're in. Okay, so you are currently in the main area of the place, having a big encounter at the door. The music starts flooding in not long after you've taken notice that your guide Harliquin has gone missing.
Missing. It's just left.
No, you just did the exit stage left.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And presumably then the sound of the rave of amplified again, or got back to the original level.
They have gone back to the original level, which means you're going from nice peacefulness to mind-numbing thumping.
You can see Bolt kind of like covers his ears for like half a minute.
Okay, well, Harliquin's disappeared, and Sanji's got the information we need to continue.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not supposed to leave the building.
Well, she's got the stuff you need to deliver to Eran's room before he tomorrow night. So you've got to do this run tonight.
Yeah.
To get the passcode,
okay.
And then deliver the package the following day.
Okay, so it's Hollow need any equipment to actually effectively deck in, or Neo for that matter? I I think in the picture with the sort of stuff you can actually click obviously if you just go to run it, takes about having a time of technique usually. You may have an other way to do so, but
I believe Nero just needs to plug in to run his magic, and Hollow could technically take over a terminal and use it.
yeah, okay. Okay, well, so what could we came over protected we came in? What was the building like on the outside? How big is this building? How many levels we like to look at?
It's a 2-story building. It is an old firehouse.
That's right, yes.
And not quite as pretty looking as the Ghostbusters one.
So no basement with spirits down there.
Not guaranteed. It is Shadowrun.
True.
So, presumably then, we want to try and find a place a bit more quiet, and we might be able to jump in and see if you can, well, we're already inside the system, so that's make it easy for you to get what we need, as long as we can find a quiet place to do it.
And because of your connections to the Ancients, you actually got in the door with everyone when they've been turning a lot of other people back.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure the fact that Parliament there probably made it look good too.
Tomato sauce.
Okay, so the dance floor has a lot of trees around it, so every now and then leaves do drop on the partygoers.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not sure if you technically go back to the food. You see on the top, you're making on the next for the last 4 hours, but may not have actually managed to look around the building very much at all, but I guess it's time to at least find some other locations.
It's okay, I'm just going to try to bring up the map for you so you can actually see the map, which should help things greatly. Come on, mouse, you can do it. Come on, where's the... Okay, so that is the level you're on, and I'm going to change the screen. There we go. So in area 4 and area 1 is where the dancing's been going. Area 3 has a bar going. Area 2 is a where most of the sound equipment's been set up with the DJ. And there's a set of stairs at the very top of that space.
Yeah.
And the stairs go up and down.
Up and down, okay, so there's a basement, there's a second story.
Mm-hmm.
But where's the fire in the top?
Because
Like I said, it's not as good as the one-off Ghostbusters.
I was going to say, Desmond just absolutely has to try it once.
So we've obviously been dancing with a bit of a group most of this time, although Walt been on the sideline a bit, I think.
He has.
Well, I stayed on the sidelines after Harliquin.
After initial, I'm assuming that we were, Harliquin showed up after 2 hours we were there, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't have danced the whole time. I would have just danced long enough to pay tribute to Flogger, and then I'd be done.
Okay.
Drinking coffee with Womp.
Okay.
And casting Shadow on Hollow.
So we agreed that we need to get Hollow and or Nero to a terminal somewhere.
Yep.
So they can probably get these park codes.
Yep.
Obviously, there's not obvious terminals around this area, and if there were, it looks like you're busy, I'm assuming. So I'm guessing that we want to get people upstairs or downstairs.
Did you say we had a map, Martin, that we had access to?
Yes, I put it up on the screen.
But do us as characters have access to
Well, that's basically what you can see.
What we've seen so far, and what you know from what you've like you're sitting on the sideline type stuff. So.
And you can see tiny little triangles with cameras.
Can I
So
fade into a back corner,
a little camera there,
cast stealth on myself, and go look for terminals?
camera there,
Well,
and there.
Before Shadow tried to disappear,
I was just going to scout.
Potentially, Desmond and Talon can create a bit more of a distraction in the centre of the room, while Shadow helps Hollow and Nero disappear, either upstairs or downstairs, to try and find a terminal.
There's
How
more
many
likely to be a terminal upstairs, right?
how many cameras are on myself and Shadow?
Well, if you're out amongst the trees where most of the dancing is, no cameras are out in that section.
But that's something you can spot.
It's a great place to cast stealth and then come out from there and sneak somewhere.
But how stealthy is you're casting stealth?
I've hidden Bolt before. And I've hidden Flogger as well.
No, but just when you're casting a spell,
How visible is it?
Yeah, how subtle is it?
Considering masking is about hiding, it's the more subtle spell. Whereas attack is not about hiding, it's obvious you're casting attack.
Well, basically all my spells are flashy anyway.
As far as I know, it's pretty low key.
So people happy with the idea of trying to get Nero and Hollow somewhere. Shadow can help stealth them. I would suggest Bolt potentially with them as someone who looks at very stealthy to look at their muscle with their own goal, while Walt and the Squall, which wouldn't really be seen too much. Like if they were found, might be hard to explain outside of this public area. So I would suggest that Walt stay with it either on the sidelines of the dance floor, where Desmond and Talon are making a distraction.
He could also be back up in case the distraction goes bad. He could also...
Yeah, the point being that that also becomes additional support.
He could also pretend he was a servant.
Love this idea. Always happy to give a distraction.
Well, no, I'm basically the bodyguard. And watching
we only have...
Desmond attempt to dance and going...
And what was them saying?
Sorry, I started to talk, but I think we've got a bit of lag on the recording because I accidentally talked over you, Ross. So we only have one part of Charm Square today.
But she's desperate.
If we're talking that kind of distraction.
We don't need that level of
You
distraction.
need Talon to, magnify her narcissism. She can. She can do it for the team. She can take one for the team, and she can become even more narcissistic and amplify herself if you need her
Don't
to.
take this the wrong way. I didn't think that was possible.
You're
You're
all
perfect
things
as
are
you are.
possible with us of the Lord. Amen.
I just think you're perfect as you are.
Well, no, I think
Oh,
she's
thank you so much. I cannot tell you how much that makes me feel good about myself to hear you say that I'm perfect.
But the thing is, I think she's still pissed off that she was in a draw for who's the number one look.
Shut up and don't even finish that sentence. I'm not pissed off.
She was aiming to be imperfectly her, and she achieved exactly what
No,
she wanted.
no. She didn't win. It was a draw.
She
It was not a draw. It was rigged. I mean,
Yeah, it was rigged.
I'm so sorry. It sounds like I'm really not.
Why
I'm
would
not.
not bring that up after a week to take off food?
While Womp and Talon are arguing and creating a distraction entirely different to what Desra intended, but a distraction nonetheless, I'm going to mask Neuro and Holo. And Bolt was coming along, yeah?
I would think it's worth having Bolt along. Correct Bolt and do the stealth you think very well.
And
Yeah,
he was
I
the
can stealth mostly by myself.
upstairs officers.
Okay, so that would be 2, 3 purple.
You want to roll from Talon / Walk / Desmond to see what sort of support or distraction we can provide.
So Bolt was offering to stealth herself.
Does Bolt have mask?
Himself. Bolt
I
doesn't.
don't think I have mask, and I'm not sure if I could get that.
No, Bolt's got Musk.
Yeah.
Mask. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, technically you want to make it 4 purple so you can hide from cameras.
Yeah, I need to hide from cameras as well, so I will upgrade. But I didn't know what I was rolling to begin with.
Okay, so
I mean, I'm happy to stealth myself if that makes it easier for Shadow to hide
it's 3.
Neuro and.
I don't think it does. I think the purples are going to be the cameras.
Oh right. Yeah.
So it is 3 yellow, 2 green, 2 blue.
And that's with the upgrade, I presume.
Not with the upgrade. That's just the base roll for you. Do you want to upgrade?
Yeah, I was going to upgrade.
So that makes another yellow.
So is that 4 yellow, 2 green, or 4 yellow, 1 green?
4
I've
yellow,
already
1
flipped it.
green. You did flip it? Okay.
4 yellow, 1 green.
Yep.
2 blue.
2 blue and you're white. So that would be 6 white. You need an extra 2 white.
I'm going to need an extra 2 white.
Oh, and it would be to make sure you get everyone. It would be 5 red downgraded by that. Would be so. Just trying to do all the maths in my head.
I've only got 4 red.
3 red and a purple.
3 red, 1 purple.
Yep.
Okay, so that's my dice pool.
Yep. That's your dice pool.
I was going to say, you nodded at that no matter what I did. I should have chucked an extra yellow in there or dropped one of the red out, except I'm so honest, I would dob myself in later and then find myself paying penance. Can I do this in two lots?
Or just...
No? You
It's easy if you just put it all in one big thing and then I can do the council out.
Yeah, but you can't really shape them like this. It's, yeah. Okay, so. That was really hard to do.
Okay, so putting in the camera. So you ended up with 3 successes, net successes, and a advantage. I'm just going to see. I think for being able to get multiple people. As I quickly look at it.
I'm waiting for this argument between Tarland and Womp to develop into a dance display.
Desrin is supposed to do his...
Desrin watching on while the troll and
Desrin
elf
is supposed to be
performer.
elf up and come to Tarland's defense.
He might do that.
Okay, so.
He's pretty good.
So basically, you can spend a number of magic points to make people invisible. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can make up to 4. Or you can make 2 people invisible and sustain it.
Yep.
With an extra point that you could make a 3rd person invisible as long as you sustain it each round.
Well, I'm happy to make Neuro and Hollow invisible because they're essential. We could leave Bolt standing guard somewhere, and Bolt could just act really dumb when people ask what is Bolt doing where Bolt is, and Bolt could just pretend Bolt's looking for the toilet and can't find it. And just see who wins that argument with Bolt. And then sustain invisibility on myself.
Bolt was going to avoid being seen if possible.
Bolt's also got his own stealth as well.
Okay, so
Bolt can remain stealthy on his own, whereas I can do invisibility on the rest of us. Does that make sense?
that makes sense. Okay, so yes, your magic rating is now reduced by 4. Oh, sorry, by 2.
2, yep. So it takes me to 4 for now. I should have a book out. This book is heavier than the other books.
And you see Nero and Hollow both fade away. Which means they're hidden from technology and astral sense.
Nice.
Because she used Arcana. Mask with Arcana and realism basically makes it invisible to technology and spirits.
That's useful due to the fact that just in case there's a spirit watching...
Yes, that's why she had the red dice. Okay, so yes. You have successfully dropped that spell. You take 3 strain for dropping the spell.
Sorry, I'm just getting my magic ready at 4 strain. -3. Yep.
And Nero and Hollow are now invisible and potentially able to go up or down. So, which one of you between Nero and Hollow has a higher education?
Education.
Education. Oh,
6 green.
Yes, but no ranks in it.
That's right.
I never think. Yeah, no.
no, this is Bolt.
Dirty Bolt.
Bolt. I don't think I put education
No,
in.
neither one of us ranks in education.
Okay, so no, you have no knowledge of which one's better.
Does it help that Shadow said try upstairs first?
Well, that is roughly the suggestion they will have to follow unless they ignore it.
Well, isn't Shadow going with them?
My plan was to, but
You can,
Martin
yes.
Martin led me to believe that I don't get that choice.
You can do that, yes. I was just asking what they were doing because you can't even sense them now.
Right.
I would have normally thought that a server room would be downstairs where it's cooler in a basement
Is that
rather than being
does this
upstairs,
have
but
to be downstairs?
Sorry, having multiple people talk at the same time is confusing.
Sorry.
Bolt was saying Hollow was saying she thinks it is better, most likely downstairs.
I didn't realise there was a downstairs here. I thought there was only an upstairs and a ground floor.
I had stated that there was a stairwell that went up and down
Okay.
on the ground floor, and I might have set it at too low a register for you.
Yeah, and I was in the kitchen making food. Because, yeah, a lot of noise.
Timing bad.
If
I'm
the server
happy
room's
to
like
defer
the-
to what everyone else wants to do. I presume if we don't find it upstairs or downstairs, we can just move there.
the server room's more likely to be downstairs. I'm happy to try that. I don't know where a server room's more likely to be, so if that's where Hollow thinks it is, we can try that way first. I presume I don't have the capacity right now to do a look at the thing that lets me look at the world from a different room
Astral
view
sense.
and lets me see, and I don't know if Astral Sense lets me figure out if there's like more heat in one area than another.
Well, you not necessarily. Astral will not let you see technology.
No, exactly. So we'll head downstairs to start with.
Okay. Considering you're going with them, that makes it easier because if you need to open doors,
Yeah.
and being an elf walking around is probably a lot more acceptable than a bolt.
Have I gotten confused? You said I could do 2 invisibility plus sustain 1.
You could sustain one as well, but if you move and sustain it, you
Right.
will take 2 strain each round you move and sustain it.
Okay, so I can't make myself invisible then. I need to just make the other 3 invisible? Or the other 2?
If you made a third person invisible, then you wouldn't be able to move and sustain it without taking 2
alright,
strain
so
each
I can
round.
only do 2. Yeah,
Yes.
it's just sometimes I get confused because you're like 2 and then you can do another one and then you put all these provisions on it and I don't understand what all the provisions mean.
Okay. You will run out of energy very quickly if you sustain
So
a third
it's 2
person.
people and yeah, me and Bolt is what, standing guard? Or coming with us, is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
What is Bolt doing?
I would have thought Bolt was stealthily following on behind to
Yeah.
provide cover if needed, but
That was why I was asking what Bolt was doing.
I was planning on following behind, not too closely, but just keeping an eye on basically having your back kind of thing.
Okay, so that would be have you found your dice?
I feel like that's yes.
Okay, so that would be a stealth roll for Bolt.
Mm-hmm. I need to open up another tab. Hang on. So I'm gonna have both characters up on tabs. And shit. Character. 2 yellow, 4 green. What's the difficulty?
The difficulty for stealthing around here, well, in the main area is only 1 purple. Because there's lots of flashing lights, lots of people dancing.
To stay stealth everywhere?
That will be a lot harder once you leave the dance area.
Right, so I'll have to make multiple.
You will need to make multiple checks.
Okay, so 1 purple for now, did you say?
1 purple for now.
Yeah.
Because it is possible to mess that up on no matter how good your dice are.
2 success, 3 advantage.
Okay, so you seem to have managed to find a way to follow Shadow without being seen. What is Womp, Tarlin, and Desrin doing? Now that Womp and Tarlin have created a scene.
Dexter was certainly was straight beside Tarlin and was berating Womp as to why you actually even mention that right now. But the encouraged basically hold the scene long enough to attack the tank turn, but then encouraged Tarlin to come off to the side and probably head towards the was that a kitchen area in the top middle?
Yep, that's the kitchen/bar.
Yep. Get another drink. We're back at Womp with the and with the intent of being that we can then look at other areas on this level and just see what else is happening to be around this location. Happy to maintain an obvious presence to keep the public eye upon us.
Okay. And Womp, after Desrin's led Tarlin off, does Tarlin get led off by Desrin?
Yes, Talon actually does have some intellect about her and understands the integrity of the guiding hand that is on her back, leading her off the floor.
Technically, it's still part of the distraction from Dexter's perspective. So.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Look, Talon can get carried away every now and then, you know, in the ferocity of the vibes and the atmosphere. But you know, Lindell, back on track, and so she will make her way off the dance floor, and she will be obedient.
Yeah, well, Jason will take it to the bar if we look around a bit to give her a couple of shots, and then we can go and make a presence of ourselves back on the next floor.
Exactly.
Couple of shots.
Yay!
Ooh, we're gonna have a drunk Talon.
And what does Womp do while they're doing all this now that you've made your distraction?
Well, I'll just wait a moment, wait for them to get served to the bar, and after they've been served, I'm going to actually go and get a drink as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so.
Also, what happened with the trolls at the entrance?
They basically threw the guy out.
So you had the two elven threw the troll out.
The 3 trolls threw the guy out who was saying he should be inside.
Okay. I got confused. I thought the trolls were coming in. Okay.
No, they're security.
I did say that a majority of the 5% non-elves were working.
Yeah.
Okay, so now before we get back to what happens in the bar, we have Shadow, Hollow, and Nero in the stairwell. With the, do they go up or do they go down?
Down. As per Hollow's advice.
Okay, so finding yourself in area 1 of the basement. I just have to make sure I can actually see things. You find yourself in a corridor with many rooms. Sorry, that's the main corridor along the length of it. So you can go to many different places. There is a rough map of the place. Very rough.
So, which end will we at again?
Your
Where those stairs are?
basically that's where you come out.
Yeah. So, possibly that first room. Or first set room? Oh, they're letters, not. I thought they might be terminals.
So that is a door, room numbers, more doors, passageway, and then that is a rather large room, but you're not sure what it does at this stage. I can let Nero and Hollow do a education check.
Ready for that, I'll measure.
Yep, 6 grand for both of us. Live. Josh might have to make that roll because
I can make
just
that
step
roll.
away for a sec.
I do the roly-polies. 6 green. Sorry, what check? Just making sure, what check was it again?
It was a education check.
Yep, 6 green versus...
Do you wish to upgrade?
Sure, why not?
Okay, will M also be upgrading?
No.
Okay, so it is 1 purple,
Yay!
which is why I have to ask before I tell you.
Yeah. That is for Nero. 2, 4, 6, 8 successes and 2 advantages.
That's quite a very successful check. And what about for Hollow? There will be 1 red and not 1 purple.
Where's the red one? Red one's deep in the bag. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, what we get in the red one for?
Okay. That'll be 5 successes and an advantage.
Okay, so both of you believe that the big area at the bottom with the crosses is where the server room should be.
Oh. Interesting.
This question is.
Though you also believe the section right below the stairs is where the main security is.
We'd have to disable security before we infiltrate the network, is that right?
Or convince them that you should be there.
Yeah. He's the most charming out of all of us. I think Bolt's the most convincing. You don't believe me? Smack. Believe me now?
Well, Bolt hasn't reached the stairs yet, because when Bolt reaches the stairs, Bolt's going to have a very difficult role.
I'm just joking. Bolt can't go downstairs?
Well, once Bolt enters the stairwell, Bolt is no longer on the dance floor and no longer in health.
And no longer an area where there's lots of cover.
So does Bolt go down the stairs to follow the others? Hello, Em.
She's just doing a few things
Alright.
at the moment.
Sorry, I was just trying to put some baby washing on while I had a few moments. Yes, I will follow them down.
Okay, so it is a stealth roll. Are you spending a story point?
No, I won't spend one yet.
Okay, so your stealth is up against 4 red.
All red. Way.
I'll get it up, man, don't worry.
And 4 black.
Ugh.
4 red, 4 black, yeah.
Ow.
On the plus side, at least there's not another 4 purple.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, 3 yellow, 2 blue, so.
Or did you want to use the blue to cancel out 2 blacks?
You can use
I can do that.
you can use the blue to remove a black.
Oh,
So-
yeah, I'll do that then.
That way neither of them get rolled.
3 yellow versus 4 red and 2 black.
What's up, Darrell?
Hey buddy.
Oh my lord. That's better. I can feel the
Come
dark.
on. Up you come.
4 red, 2 blacks. Better?
Up you come. Come on. Yeah. This room. And Patty.
Elevator music.
I feel really good about.
You're
Yeah.
confident in yourself, your confidence is misplaced.
I got a threat, so technical fail because I got no successes.
Okay.
So you didn't get any advantages either?
No, got a threat instead.
You probably got some advantages, but it was cancelled out by the threat. So,
Okay.
Yep.
So, as the rest of them have made it downstairs and Bolt was going to follow them, the security officer's doors burst open with guys carrying submachine guns rushing past you.
I feel like sticking a foot out, but I don't know if that'll work.
And they seem to be lining up at the bottom of the stairs, aiming upwards.
I feel like warning Bolt in some manner, but I think Bolt probably already knows.
I think Bolt can see.
That's what I mean.
Okay, so I am going to ask for initiative.
There it is.
Can I get my tray back? Sorry.
I'll leave to wait with you for the moment.
Thanks. Initiative is usually. I think mine's just like 3 green or something. I'll look in a sec. So much for doing this job quietly.
Well, Bolt's just providing a distraction for you.
Yep, hopefully Bolt will take it upstairs with the rest of you guys while we go and try and do what we need with these servers. So initiative is usually vigilance, is that right? So
It will be vigilance because no one prepared to start the combat.
Well, we're hoping not to have combat, to be honest.
You have 2 green? Okay, that's good.
Arguably,
Oh, you're making
arguably.
cool new dice tower. Yes, sorry. I'm nerding out.
Hey, it's a chance to use it.
Oh, happy birthday, by the way, for
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sorry, I was passed out when you arrived.
Okay. Did you want to roll for other people, including yourself? Because you'll be hearing the stuff happening. Because it will be the entire group initiative.
One,
see
two,
who survived.
3, 3 successes, 2 advantages for me.
Was it
3
vigilance, was it?
successes, 2 advantages. It is vigilance.
Nero got 1 success, 2 advantages.
1 success, 2 advantages.
M got 1 success, 1 advantage.
For which one?
Bolt?
1,
Which
2,
character?
3,
Oh.
4, 5, 6 successes,
Hmm.
3 advantages.
Vigilance. 4 green. Can I have 2 more green?
Okay.
Then I should have rolled 4 green. Because she has a higher vigilance. Is that right, Modern? I roll.
I was going to get you a roll for each of them this time.
Oh, for each of them this time? Okay, so yeah, I was something. Hollow got 3 successes and 4 advantages.
Okay, so what is Desrin and Harlan's vigilance?
Declan, 1 yellow, 1 green, and he'll take 2 strain to get 2 successes.
So I'm gonna roll that. What was it? It was 1 yellow.
1 yellow, 2
green.
green. Oh, how many green? 1,
One.
2, 3, 4, 5.
You
1
roll-
yellow, 5 green.
One. It said 1 yellow, 1 green, I believe.
Oh, okay.
No, mine was 1 yellow.
Yeah.
1 success, 1 advantage.
And what is
So
Tyler?
3 successes and 1 advantage.
Well, what was that, Al?
What am I looking for?
Vigilance.
Your vigilance.
I am 1 green, but someone has to roll for me because I don't have any dice.
I got a blank on that. What does that mean?
That means she got no result.
Oh.
No result.
No, because that means that it's the bottom of the order.
Bottom
Someone
of the
goes.
order? Okay.
Yep.
Wait, so what does that mean for me though?
Means you go last.
It means that you created a initiative slot going last. Not for your character, but for the team.
Okay.
I like it the way he says for the team.
Yeah.
Because each initiative rolled is a team initiative, not a character initiative.
I was just making a joke about
Okay.
for the team.
Okay, so a party member gets to go first. Who would like to go first at this point?
I guess it depends on what the situation is. These guards are at the bottom of the stairs.
The guards gone to the bottom of the stairs. They have gotten themselves into a firing position, pointing weapons at Bolt, who has unsuccessfully snuck into the stairwell.
So if Shadow goes from behind and I don't know, stuns them all, they might not fire at all.
They may not fire at all, but then Shadow's cover will definitely be blown.
Okay.
Can Bolt go first and try and stealth back into the party, the music area?
As long as you agree, Bolt goes first.
Yeah, Bolt can go first.
I have no problem with that.
Okay, so in that case, you get to make a stealth roll.
Yeah. Where's my character? 3. Actually. Against what, Martin?
It will be 3 red and 4 black.
Oh, same.
1 less
Alright,
red.
well. I'm taking out the blue. Okay.
Basically, you have been flagged by security, so they are tracking you.
Yeah. Oh, I feel good about it.
All the advantages, none of the success.
Pretty much. 2 failures, 2 advantages.
Okay, so would you like to remove your strain you got from failing last round?
Sure.
And would you like to give the next party member to go a boost?
Sure.
Okay,
Can I do an extra maneuver
well,
in my turn?
you can do, well, you moved into the area, you stealth, you can do a movement as an extra maneuver, or you can spend 2 strain to do a maneuver. If you're not doing
Okay.
movement.
Though that would take away the bonus if I use the strain.
Well, you get a free maneuver, like you get a free movement maneuver, don't you?
I get a free movement maneuver, yes.
But what did you want to do? What did you want to do with your second maneuver?
I wanted to try and move further into the party, so then if I try and stealth again, I'm in like more for a crowd.
Okay, so you've moved further into the party. Okay, so the guys at the bottom of the stairs do the whole rush up the stairs thing and sort of point the guns towards where the party is, but it's going to be talking into their headsets. As you see red lights start flashing downstairs. Okay, so a party member gets to act. Who would like to act next?
I'm
There's
guessing
no
the
reason
guys
why it would be
upstairs
wrong
can...
tile
Oh.
or the person, so the upstairs people, what do you think?
I was going to say, if the guys upstairs can draw the attention upstairs, then that means we can move downstairs more freely.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
Talon's going next then, I'm guessing.
Talon's chucking a hissy fit.
yeah, Talon's gonna chuck a weird hissy fit slash, alternative dance move.
So you're currently at the bar with Desrin as this is happening. As he's just taking you to get shots. You're refusing the shots and throwing a hissy fit at Desrin without knowing what's happening below because you haven't witnessed
That's
it.
right. There's no reason for the guys upstairs to react other than
I was going to say,
what they're doing.
Okay, I should be finding some kind of a, surreptitious way to sort of lure, Declan up to where we all want to be to, distract people to.
But that's what we're doing.
Perfect, amazing, yes.
We called to be looking on the dark floor to keep the guy trying to get down the cave, and then we further went to attract attention to follow light off the bar. So basically, we're actually trying to control you and help you calm down and
That was
drink.
Of course, I'm an emotional mess. But also, if I do happen to do a dance on the bar, Coyote Ugly style, I guess I do a dance on the bar. I mean, who am I to
okay.
stop?
So it is a coordination check for Talon getting the boost dice.
Oh, yes. Coordination, check. Where are we at? Oh, do I have to look this up myself? Okay,
I
let me
was
do
going
this.
to ask how we communicate
Ooh!
with each other.
Oh, 3 green dice.
Well,
Oh,
you don't
gosh.
have comms active at the moment because it would basically pop out. Would you like to roll the 3 green dice with the blue against
Oh,
2
yeah.
purple?
How many purple?
That shit.
2 purple.
I'm struggling to visualize what's happening here.
So, while you guys are dealing with a threat below, Talon's jumping up on the bar and dancing.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that cancels out. That cancels out. You get a single success as you're dancing up on the bar.
Yeah, you're better at dancing on the bar than you on the dance floor.
Okay, so a second party, another party member gets to go, not Bolt or Talon.
What are our options? Like, I can't do anything more than just keep everyone invisible and stealth. Is that right?
No, you can still move and do actions normally at this
Can
stage.
we just try and sneak away from these guys and?
Well, they've
towards our
gone. They
destination?
have gone past you and up the stairs.
Okay, well, look, let's move towards our goal.
Okay. You reach the area where the computer room is and see that there are elves coming out of that room now that an alert has been sounded.
Hold ourselves up against the wall out of the way while we wait for them to pass?
Well, you can hold the door open and help them out.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, you managed to do that successfully without any of them doing anything. Then it's another party member's go who would like to go.
Nero will go.
Okay, Nero, you've seen Shadow head further into the complex towards where you figured out the computer room was. What do you do?
I follow Shadow to the computer room.
Okay, it will be a coordination check for you because there are elves running in your direction who can't see you.
Okay. Sure. And what am I up against? I will not upgrade.
Three purple.
This is the pizza scene all over again.
This is...
Pizza scene all over again.
What is the pizza scene?
Oh wow.
When
Okay.
you were making Flogger invisible, the pizza delivery guy kept on falling
yeah,
over
yeah,
because he kept
yeah.
on running into Flogger.
Yeah.
I've got a whopping headache, but that is 2 successes, a triumph, and 3 threat.
Okay, so I will mark that down as strain this time for you.
Okay.
Pizza delivery guy.
And
Put me one
then
number.
as Hollow's still near the stairs, a bunch of security guards also another group come out through the security office, this time with assault rifles.
You're gonna have a lot of fun up there.
And you can hear them talking about putting in the armor-piercing rounds.
Okay. It seems like an overreaction, but okay.
Okay, a wolfman has entered the stairwell where they didn't expect a wolfman to be. And they are anti-non-elves in their private places.
I have a feeling that the Wolfman might have to turn into an elf person.
And basically, if the troll had to come in, they would have done the same thing. Okay, so...
I have a question. How was I looking like an elf before?
I never said
Or
you
was
were.
I? Or was I?
I never said you were. You...
Oh, okay.
Unless you specifically say you change into something else because your other form is human.
Yes. Can I transform myself to look like an elf? Is that possible?
You've never tried.
No, it's do or do not. There is no try.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking that might have to be the case next turn.
I think I'm an elf.
I think
I'm an elf.
No, I think I am an elf.
Yeah,
Okay, so it is now Hollow, Desrin, or Wompsko.
I'm sorry. The security guards are going to come up the stairs and they're going to see a wolfman with his hands on the top of his head, like flapping his little ears, going, "Look, I have long pointy ears. I am elf."
Well, you see, that'll say which way is the toilet.
Yeah. Just let your tongue flop out of your mouth, look like you're a puppy dog, and go, "You're thirsty, you're looking for the toilets."
I was contemplating not turning into a
So
Yeah.
is that the suggestion for Womp, Hollow, or Desrin to
No.
do?
No,
That's
no.
what I'm asking.
Yes, Hollow should be next.
Did we want to disable the security in the security guard's room while, like, 90% of them are not in there?
You can't communicate with the others right now because they've gone on ahead without you.
Aside from the fact that I've instructed you that we're heading for the computer rooms.
And currently, you will be having to negotiate between various elves running past you.
So you could stay against the wall while they go past you, or you could try to coordinate yourself past them and follow us.
I don't think I have any coordination because I am the perpetually awkward teenager.
So you may want to just slap yourself up against the wall and hope that they pass you.
Pretty much, I'm just gonna try and, like,
Let
if there's
invisibility-
a nook or something that I can kind of squeeze myself into somehow.
Sorry, I missed some of that.
She said she's going to try and squeeze herself in out of the way, like into a corner or
Okay.
a nook, so that let the invisibility basically do all the work.
Becoming one with the wall.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
gonna make it-
on the wall.
make
I
it-
believe on the wall.
I'm gonna make it a stealth roll for you.
I'm not terrible at it, but I'm not great.
Hopefully with the invisibility it helps.
There will be some automatic successes with the invisibility.
So I have one yellow, one green.
And
I might want to upgrade.
would you like to upgrade?
Yes, please.
Okay, you upgrade.
Alright, so I have 2 yellow,
Versus 2 purple.
2 purple. Can I have some purple, please?
There's always a chance they will bump into you as you're hiding.
Yeah. Um. Two successes, 1 threat.
Okay, so Hollow will take some strain.
Mhm.
Okay, so that brings us to either Desrin or Womp. With you see Tylan up and dancing on the bar.
Yep, okay. Well, I'll just order another drink. And sit and watch the elf waiting for her to fall off.
Okay, so while you're ordering a drink, you can see that there seems to be some sort of light flashing behind the bar.
How subtly can I trip Talon off the bar?
Well,
It's
You want
entirely up
to
to
get
you.
murdered?
what's your intention on tripping her over? Putting something so she stands on the wrong thing and falls over?
Yeah, hopefully towards the bartender, if possible.
You dare.
Well, the
Okay.
bartender may catch you
Hold on,
gracefully.
let me ask a question. I'm sorry, but this is really serious for like the quality of the game.
So that was
Is the bartender hot?
It's an elf, yes.
sure. Doing the whole shirtless
Right.
bartender thing.
I'm happy to see where this goes. I'll stand back now, please, as you.
Skullduggery check.
I'm going to upgrade.
Yeah, you upgrade.
Yep.
He's upgraded, so I'm sure he's sizzling out of 10.
Okay, that's 1 yellow and 1 green.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're up against 3 purple.
Oh, is that good? Right.
Of course she's that good.
That's your ability to notice things.
I was hoping that she being inebriated might help.
Not inebriated enough.
She's inebriated all the time.
She steps on my hand.
Okay, so that ends up
With a
being...
slow.
Yes, you notice him trying to trip you up for no particular reason and managed to stand on his hand instead of get knocked over.
Okay, I will yell.
Yes!
I will let out a yelp. So that's trying to distract.
Okay, so that brings us to what does Desrin do, seeing Womp trying to trip up Talon?
Yeah, what the hell, Mom? Ew. Desmond, speak up.
He is currently on mute in case he hasn't noticed.
No, he's too busy watching the dance floor by the sound of things.
He's too
I'm going to the big furious of war. What are you doing here? We're not like computer.
So a bigger scene has been made. Okay, so with the yelling, the troll guards are coming over to get Womp.
Oh well.
You want to get yourself out the back door?
Wait, yes. No. Oh, I can't decide what I want.
Womp is getting escorted off the premise.
We may not have
I
his
want-
back up when we need him.
What is generally here is wondering why the hell won't follow us to the bar?
Yeah, why he tried to kill my vibe, by the way? How dare he?
I don't know, but he's part of the team, guys.
And that brings us to a... We're now on a new round. Who wishes to go first?
God, I hope I'm leading Nero and Hollow. I'm hoping the room's clear enough. Hollow can catch up to us, and Nero can get in and start working on the computers.
So does that mean Shadow's going?
Okay.
Or does that mean...
Well, yeah, like, okay.
Nero will go in.
Nero!
Okay, so... Nero gets to make a coordination roll to get past the people into the room.
There's still more people coming out of the room.
You can see that the computer room has 40 workstations.
And this is with the skeleton crew.
Okay.
This is basically the whole purpose of this group is this computer room.
Mm.
So,
But this is the skeleton crew, Harliquin said.
No, it was going to be a skeleton crew until Airline arrived, but presumably while they're holding a big party, he's not necessarily a skeleton crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crew's probably upstairs party.
and you think that there would be a bunch of people who party by going online to party. Because that's basically, they are...
I feel like I
computer
wasn't given adequate information for this job. I'll just put it that way. This is not what I would consider a skeleton crew.
geeks. Skeleton crew is generally referring to the staff, not the partygoers.
Yeah, I presume these guys downstairs aren't partygoers.
In the computer
Why
room,
would
they
they
are
do that?
partygoers.
So it means that if everybody was elves, they could have just wandered down there and go,
Where
yeah, I like to party.
the job is to collect data, right?
Specific data.
From
yes.
a terminal, right?
Yes.
Maybe we should have gone upstairs.
Okay, so again, I'm trying to get back to someone actually doing something.
Nero's doing something. He was getting into the
Yes.
room.
I'm not upgrading my coordination check. I just didn't know the difficulty.
Okay, it will be 2 this time. Because
Two
it's
something?
less. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like there could have been a lot more information about this job before he left.
There'll be 4 successes, 2 advantages.
Okay, you have no problems getting in there. Would you like to use some of your advantages to get rid of strain, or would you like to give people boost dice?
Oh, is it one just to give the next person a boost dice?
It is one to give the next person a boost dice.
I will do that and get a strain back, please.
Okay, so you make it to. There are many terminals to choose from. There's about 3 people still jacked in.
Oh, fun.
And this place has 40 workstations. You think maybe about 20 of them were in use when you came down?
Okay, well, I will jack into the one that was in use.
Okay. You sit down, plug in, and go virtual.
Yay!
Okay, so that next one is you see the security team going into the party area with their weapons sort of pointing down as they seem to be looking for where Bolt is. So I will be giving them a check to see if they can find Bolt. What is Bolt's actual stealth dice?
Bolt stealth dice is 3 yellow, 2 blue.
They seem to be making a coordinated effort to go through the crowd looking for Bolt. So Bolt may be lucky.
I thought he could.
But not quite so lucky. 1 success and 4 advantages. Okay, so Bolt finds himself with a butt of a gun against his back. Who wishes to go now?
Bolt?
Bolt? Yeah, I was gonna say Bolt. Am I in hybrid form or am I in human form at the moment?
I assume hybrid because you generally have to say otherwise.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which is why the heavy response, because a wolfman is quite dangerous in Seattle.
Yeah.
Because
I only have one of them has found me, right?
Well, he seems to be talking into his comms and he's telling you to exit the building, or they will shoot.
I have two options that I was thinking about before. I either turn into something like really small, like a mouse or a cat, or something like that. No, not a cat, but something small and agile. Or I try and transform myself to look like an elf, and just be like, haha, you fell for my trick. Trying to pretend to be, that I was an elf all along. Sorry?
You're an elf all along.
I was an elf all along, totally, yeah.
Illusion.
Guys, sorry, what was that, Jeremy?
Okay, yeah, you can't say it's terrible help, and you say, what? He's not Lloyd?
Yeah, something along that line. Do it? I'm getting egged on over here. Alright, let's pretend I was not an elf all along. Sorry, not a wolfman all along. What would I need to do for that? I would need to transform, wouldn't I?
You would need to transform. Okay, so
I'm definitely going to need to upgrade this because it is changing myself into a form I've never tried before. It's going to go stellarly.
okay.
So that uses my primal magic, is that right?
It does use your primal magic.
I don't need more dice. I'll like way more dice. But dice.
Okay, so I don't think you have the ability to turn yourself into anything other than an animal.
Oh, I can't turn myself into another human, right?
No, you don't have that ability.
That's a shame.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have,
time
to,
time to fight.
you have to eat an elf before you can do that.
I was going to say, it's a shame there's not an elf next to you. You could just shrink down into a tiny elf, and then that elf could just stand in your spot and go, I was an elf all along. Or the mouse runs up the other elf's trousers. But I think Desrin and Talon are at the bar.
They are.
Are you going to just leave?
No, I'm going to send them on a wild goose chase. What would be a small creature that wouldn't get stomped easily, but that's that would be small and quick, and it's not a cat.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just transform into my like dog form and then run away.
Well, you could.
Because then I don't have to roll for that.
That is correct.
But I'm trying to think like what's going to get me into the crowd unnoticed faster. A large dog is probably not going to do it.
Well, there was a suggestion of a bunny, but I don't know if you can do bunny.
No, you did a bunny in Germany.
No, I did. Oh, did I do
A mosquito.
a bunny?
That'll be one bloody big mosquito.
A mosquito the size of a Labrador.
Oh yeah.
It's a mosquito size of a Labrador.
Yeah,
If you thought your fear was unlocked, wait till you see that.
And I'm sure they'll say that form just sucks.
Yep.
And then they go,
Alright, I'm
that
going
means that you become an
to
insect shaman.
shift into my dog form, and I'm going to do what my namesake is good at, and bolt.
Okay, are you leaving for the exit or go to try to run around the party?
I am going to try and run around the party, if not run upstairs, because I know my friends went downstairs.
To get upstairs, you have to run through the security personnel.
How big is your dog?
Oh, they all at the stairs
You have
now.
to get back to the gate. The gate for the gate.
Right, okay. Yeah, no, I'm going to run around the party and create chaos.
Okay, so that is Bolt, and the boost is gone. And that brings us to another party member who would like to go next. We've had Bolt, Nero, and Bolt, Nero only have gone so far.
I'll go.
Womp is going next.
With my hand still being impaled by a stiletto, I'll go lean over to Desrin. Shit's happened. Red light flashing. The jig is up.
As you're being escorted out by the
I
security personnel.
thought they haven't got to me yet.
No, they were fairly quick coming over, seeing a unhappy altercation.
Okay, so my hand.
Technically, it's not well to call.
Yes, the troll's always at fault in this case.
Oh, due to the fact that a drunken elf has stepped on my hand.
No, due to the fact that a troll whacked a couple of elves on the dance floor, and then when they tried to leave, the troll followed them.
Me.com, motherfucker.
Okay, so are you resisting?
No, I'm not that stupid.
Okay. One of the trolls winks at you as they appear to be roughing you up on the way out.
Okay, can I'll go along with it and make it a little.
So to the looks of Desrin and Talon, it looks as if Womp's getting punched, kicked, elbowed, thrown against the wall as he's being taken outside.
You mean it looks like being punished?
They're telling the Nazi talk's gone now. Okay, he's not there.
Yeah, it's going to take a little while for Talon to calm down.
Okay,
Yeah.
so next party member's action.
Desmond, your turn.
Okay, next. Hollow got in the computer yet?
Hollow has not.
No, I have not because I got caught by the stairs while everyone was piling out, so I could probably make my way down the corridor and try and get to that computer room.
You got like Canada can stand there, hold the door open forever.
I mean, she could. Yes, I'll, does it only take me one maneuver to get down to the computer room, or would I need to take some strain to do?
It'd probably take you 2 maneuvers because you are rather slower than everyone else.
Alright, I'll take the strain.
Okay. As you're moving, you do see that the computer room, the security office door is slightly ajar.
I am still invisible. How far away from Shadow can I be while maintaining the invisibility?
As long as Shadow's maintaining it, you're invisible.
Oh, okay, alright.
It's not like you need to maintain sight of you. Which is a good thing.
Though if Shadow chooses to drop it, you get no warning.
Yeah, but Hollow will catch up with us before that happens.
Or if Shadow goes unconscious.
That's if Shadow chooses to drop it or gets knocked unconscious, yes.
I'm hoping Hollow will catch up with us.
So what does Hollow do?
I'll ignore my instincts to try and meddle with other things and head down where Hollow where Nero and
you won't be doing your instincts to try and cut down the alert or things like that. But if the security office will happen to be a good place to actually try and use it, if you're going to try and hack into the victim.
Well, security officers generally have higher credentials.
Sorry, I missed what Martin said.
I said a security office would generally have higher credentials than a terminal.
So you may find it easier to hack them in there, depending upon how long you've got.
Yeah, well.
So what is Hollow doing? Just trying to get a confirmation here.
I was gonna move down to. While I agree they're all good points, I'm gonna not go in by myself.
Okay. So yes, you make it next to Shadow. All the stragglers have gotten past you without bumping into you.
Yeah.
Okay. Down the stairs, behind you, you hear feet coming down the stairs and the security office door shutting.
Good call. Good call not to go in there by myself. and totally get murdered.
I'm sure they wouldn't have seen the keys where the defective where the
yeah.
Does Shadow, Desrin, or Tylen wish to go at this point?
Don't get it.
Desmond, go.
Try and make it into a room with Hollow.
So I might as well get the guy there first. So get my guy first.
Okay, so yes, you managed to get into the room with Hollow and pull the door shut.
Yeah.
And that brings us to Desrin and Tylen. Having been told by Womp on his way being dragged out that there was some sort of alert.
In that case then, we're going to keep, or at least technically aim to keep up the distraction, because, hey, the defending war caused the alert, we were clearly nothing to do with it at that moment in time.
Okay, so from up on top of the bar where Tylen is standing, she can see Bolt the dog running through the crowd, being followed by people with heavy weaponry.
The dog catchers.
And they're looking like they're coordinating a kill box.
No!
Well, they know it's a shapeshifter now.
That's fucked.
They have their eyes on Bolt, I gather.
Yes. And because nothing's been hampering their security system, it has been able to keep tracking Bolt.
On the plus side for Bolt, presumably they're not necessarily likely to open fire with assault rifles inside the crowded ballroom party.
That's a bet I would not want to take in this room. But I don't know, if someone accidentally took out their cameras, that might help.
Okay,
Well,
so...
I think that camera will be a big downstairs computer.
Okay, it is a new round. Who would like to go first?
I'm guessing some of the people at the computers?
How many guards are in kind of boxing Bolt?
Desrin has not seen a single guard boxing in Bolt.
Okay.
And what is who? So is Desrin going first?
No. He's got no reason to accept he's going to actively work other than maintaining his distraction.
Neuro will do his thing on the computer.
Okay, so you've logged in. You're into the system. You can see the welcoming avatar of Talon's image.
Okay.
Wearing a militaristic sort of uniform.
Uh-huh. I've got questions to ask after this.
No,
No
no,
questions
don't.
allowed, soldier.
Okay, it is asking for your credentials.
Did we get given any idea of credentials?
Not at this stage. He knows it's basically the equivalent of login and password, which he can hack around.
Right, okay, cool.
That's up before you get the hacker, you get credentials to go.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and bypass this.
Give me a hacking roll.
User, Adolf Hitler,
Can
password, third right.
Hollow help at all with this role, or am I not good enough?
Hollow has not logged into the computer yet. Hollow has just entered the room. Because Hollow is just a big shadow. If Hollow had gone first, Hollow could have jacked in and then provided support.
Well,
Hmm.
yeah. Depends on whether or not the GM is willing to let us swap that around and...
Well, the point is, I can still get in and start trying to give it the security system.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just thought I'd ask it. Doesn't have to ask.
It doesn't
I'm
hurt to
not
provide
going to
support.
upgrade.
You're going to upgrade?
No, upgrade.
You're not going to upgrade? Okay, so the difficulty to get onto the main system is 2 purple.
Okay.
Well, the main system just gives you the ability to walk around their computers.
Yeah.
If you're saying I'm hacking into their security system, then that would be a completely different difficulty.
Yeah, we might have to get to that. We might have to get that eventually.
Well, once I'm on a computer, that will sort of be what Hollow is doing, going to try and do, but...
Yeah. That goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. There's 4 successes, 7 advantages.
Okay, so would you like to spend some of those advantages to give you upgraded credentials?
Yes, please.
Okay, so Talon's image basically has the whole "Welcome, sir. How may I serve you today?" Sort of obedient tones as it opens the door behind it, giving you access into their mainframe.
Please, Holland, do it in your voice and add the tee. Just please. I need this in my life.
But it's not actually Talon, it's English.
Okay, so you get a map up of the system you can see before you. And you have connected in at, I believe it is, San 3.
San 3. Oh, yep. Gotcha.
Just making sure I can actually read the details of it, because it's fun to jump around these different things and going, which one is it? Where are we? It's here somewhere. I remember reading all this. It's just that they've tabbed and untabbed the content to make it so much easier to read.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh, sorry, that is the wrong one. No, I went too far down. That's why I'm having trouble actually looking at it. That's the one we're supposed to be looking at.
Oh my goodness.
That was why it was looking so weird to where I was. Okay, so that means you're at San 1.
San 1. Yep.
Yep. And you've just been given the gateway to the SPU 6.
SPU 6. Okay.
Okay, so it is a you get a very posh-looking matrix office with pictures of Aaron the Scribe on every wall, each with various poses of enlightenment. Aaron with the pipe, Aaron with the magnifying glass, Aaron with the hat.
It reminds me of home.
And you can see that it has a bunch of filing cabinets with old-fashioned locks on them.
Old-fashioned locks.
Well, they're definitely effectively a padlock or something.
Yeah.
The old B key.
Apparently you managed to get a nice bypass into the one of the dedicated nodes of the system.
Way.
If you didn't have the upgraded access, you would have come in at SBU 1.
Oh, yeah, wow, okay.
It's pretty good.
Okay, so that's your action for the round. You have managed to get into the system. Okay, so up in the dance floor area, the music has been cut off and they're asking everyone to leave. They say make your way out. If you see a dog running rampant, stay away. It is rabid and needs to be put down.
This is where Bolt turns into a human, pulls up a hood, pretends he's an elf, and then walks out. Alongside Talon and Desrin to swear he's an elf.
Who wishes to act now?
Declan will go and look at the party. He's like, oh, give me a bit of the road. Get out. Who's on the party now?
He says he'll give you one on the house if you'll take it and go.
Take what and go.
Drink.
Bullshit, we ain't going nowhere.
Well, we will, not move it to the bits and so stay about a bit longer yet.
Okay, so Desrin has gone. Who wishes to go next?
Are we hacking into the computer room?
Well, you have Nero hacking into the computers.
And
But-
we're still waiting on Hollow to jack
Breach
in.
the computer, yeah.
Yep, so I guess get her on board. We've got a very limited time.
Have to wait for M to say she's doing something.
Well, I'll encourage.
I thought Hollow acted this turn already.
Not this
Not
time.
yet.
Hollow got to this room at the end of last round. Went
Oh,
last.
the end of last round. Sorry, I thought we were still in the last round. My bad. Yeah, I'm gonna go jack in.
Okay, so you jack in, you see a picture of Talon welcoming you in military gear.
I just roll my eyes.
Mm,
I'm gonna also try and hack in.
Okay.
I do want to try and get into the security system, so I'm not sure if whether I have to hack into this bit first
What?
and then try and progress.
You do see that there is a different access point in here that instead of just general login, you can do the security login.
Yeah, can I try the security
You
login?
can try the security login instead.
Yes, and I will upgrade if I have the chance to.
Okay, you can upgrade. After this, there are 2 story points left.
So would that be Sand 01? Sand 0, I should say.
Technically, whether you have the security one or not, you start with Sand 0 unless you get higher privileges, and then you can come in on Sand 1.
Yeah, that is just confusing.
Okay, so it will be 2 red for you to get in.
mm. This is a Hollow, right?
This is Hollow, yes. Basically, you won't need to upgrade privileges because she's going for the privileges.
Ooh.
And it cost Nero most of his advantages to get in.
Yep.
Real long, because it's not. Okay.
We're just waiting on the roll.
Just waiting on the roll.
Okay, it's just so quiet, my brain doesn't know what's happening.
I'm hearing occasional verbalizations for non-actual words. Okay. So what is your result, Em?
So what would it be? It would be a triumph. There's no net success. Yeah, so no net success, triumph, and 8 advantages.
Okay, so with your triumph, you don't trip the alarm.
Yep.
And with your advantages, you're able to delay the trace that will most likely start happening soon by a number of actions.
I rolled 4 blanks on dice, and then the rest are just trash. For having such a good roll, it did not end up being that great. And Josh is like, you probably didn't need the upgrade. I didn't have that upgrade, I wouldn't have
If you didn't upgrade the green dice, would have given you 2 successes.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, but it'd probably been a red dice and 2 red dice and a purple.
Okay, so it is either Shadow, Bolt, or Talon.
I'll let Bolt and Talon go.
As Hollow's just gone, that makes it Talon's go.
Oh God, I'll need some advice, please. I think either Shadow or Desmond needs to give Talon some advice on what to do.
I don't know, you have a hissy fit on the bar.
We're getting our free drinks. And
Yeah,
we can believe it, but hey, we're not getting to it first.
Yeah, okay, but Talon would like to contribute more than just free drinks for once in her goddamn life. You my blasphemy.
Well,
Okay, so for all I know, Talon is still up on the bar.
Yeah, I was about to say, Carl might at least have to get down from the bar. Unless you're
Yeah.
planning on partying on.
No. Talon wants to be sensible and actually contribute to the group's success for once in her life.
You're telling Carl stays on the bar partying on. Then keeps the guards distracted from trying to take up with Bob. So, and if Talon does that while Declan's apparently trying to protect her and put her down, then again, we both got reason to be hanging around there.
I'm having like a hard time hearing you because my speakers are like really shit right now, but it seems like you're saying that I have to continue to create some sort of a wild and imaginative distraction, but I feel like that can't be the case.
No, I'm more than happy to, but if you want to stay on the bar, and then, okay, we can continue to argue. Oh, come on, Ken, we've got to have it. No, go.
Okay, would it serve the group if Talon continued to create a wild and obscene distraction?
Let's say sure.
sure.
I expect that worst case scenario, you're going to attract one of the guards who are trying to track Bob over his selection.
Yeah.
Alright, that's perfect. Alright, I'm on the bar still, and I'm going to look at Deslan with a sense of disgust and shock, and hurt. I'm going to cast my palm up against my forehead and faint off the bar in shock. I fall into the crowd, and as I'm falling, I say, "How could you wrong me so?" As I fall into the crowd, and then I scramble up to my feet, I say, "You! How could you have wronged me so?" And then when you ask me, "What the hell do you mean?" I will go into some elaborate story how you ladies man, you philandering scoundrel, you cad.
That's
How
either going to
dare
attract
you.
all the girls to
And I will
him
go on and on and
or
on.
drive them against him.
Yeah, exactly right. And as required, I will make the necessary hand gestures and dance moves. And I will be moving people away from the point of focus we need them to be moved away from, just through sheer, Talonness.
Staying alive.
Okay, so as you fall off the bar, you do see one of the security guards catch you. Because while most of the crowd have left the bar area because guys with guns have shown up.
Of course.
And he seems to recognize you.
This could be good, or this could be terrible.
Well, it's due to the fact that when he sees it every day
Okay.
when he logs in.
Okay, yeah, alright, fine, he recognizes me, and what?
And moving on to the next person because, hey, you did have a big scene before you found out he recognized you.
What the fuck? Damn it, no! Damn you, Games Master!
I've just got a bad feeling Desmond's going to get shot because they've updated the goddess.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that brings us
Bolt
to...
next.
Okay, Bolt is next.
Bolt gets to go next.
What does Bolt want to do?
Help me!
While Talon is making her theatricalness, am I still with the crowd? Like, am I weaving in the crowd as they're leaving?
Are you wanting to save the crowd as it leaves?
Yes, but I am also, I will transform back into human form and try and blend in. So I will try and stealth as a human in the crowd.
Okay, so you find yourself moving, hustling with everyone, getting pushed out. Which brings us to Shadow.
I don't need to make the roll for the stealth there.
You do not, because as a human, you're not of interest to them.
Am I able
okay.
to assist with the computer work at all?
You want to log on to one?
I don't know. I don't even think I've got any computing to speak of.
I would think that Shadow would be better off.
Funnily enough, I've got 5 green
Mm-hmm.
on computers. What does that mean?
You're naturally good.
I've got code breaker apparently.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means.
It would allow you to hack into their system a bit easier.
Does that mean I could aid the poor Hollow who seems to have lost her touch for the moment?
You can.
I might do my best with helping with that so that we can achieve the goal of getting the info that we needed to get before we leave.
Okay, so you get on one of the terminals.
Just sorry. You do realize that Hollow was trying to bypass the security system, which was not. I think the whole idea of Hollow doing that was the fact that she wanted to stop alerts going out about Bolt.
And I was also going to try and scrub the cameras, but yes. I was going to try again to see if I could then cancel the one that I'd probably set off.
Nero's the one going through the maze of
Yeah.
of what I like to call spoo.
In terms of trying to get the information that we're after,
Mm-hmm.
what is it that we're trying to get again?
Passcodes.
Passcodes. And so we only really need one person getting those passcodes, is that right?
2 or 3 people would make the job faster and give you backup.
Okay. So does that involve me logging on separately from Nero or me just aiding in the roles when you say 2 or 3 people would help make it faster?
If you're logged on, you can give aid online.
Okay.
If you're not logged on, you just provide Overwatch.
Well, I'll try and make it faster, be one of those 2 to 3 people. Because if Hollow doesn't roll well or is still doing security systems, and I can somehow aid and be one of those 2 to 3 people, then, I'm one of those 2 to 3 people.
What do you call? Don't forget, of course, that currently in the room, if anyone to look through the window, the only person they can see is Shadow.
Yeah. So me sitting working at a computer looks much more natural in this room than me standing looking very shifty and nervous. Because all the people in this room are working on computers.
Well, but all the people who left it when the alert went on.
No, Martin said there were what? A few people left
There's about
behind?
3 people left behind.
Yeah.
She said that was like 3 people still trapped in.
Yeah.
Yeah, after that.
So yeah, I'll just act natural.
Okay, so it is 5 green, 2
Yeah.
blue.
Oh, I get blue.
Because Codebreaker
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
only works on hacking
Yeah. Okay.
when you're trying to break a code.
Yep. How many red or purple? God knows what it's going
Okay,
to
because
be.
you're trying to get into the system, it's 1 purple because Codebreaker also reduces the difficulty.
Okay, so 5 green, 2
1
blue,
purple.
1 purple. Do I just throw a dice away? Nope, I did. Okay. It's not actually, I think I just feel good from the looks of that. I think they count out, and then
You
it's
do.
all just advantages
You've
after
got lots
that.
of advantages.
So what does that mean?
You can give Bolt a blue dice, you can give Nero a blue dice, and you can give the next person an active blue dice.
Okay, I'll give blue dice to everyone.
Hey Martin, I just realized that my code breaker is not showing up properly on Hollow. Because I should have that too, and that means my difficulty wouldn't have been as hard,
It
right?
would not have been as hard, but you have to call that one out. He doesn't automatically add to hacking. You have to be technically breaking a code for you to get that bonus.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't know that either until Aaron. I thought it was automatically applied.
This is why Arian always squints at her sheet and goes, "I've got this. What does that mean?" But-
Yeah, I mean, I don't play Hollow nearly as much as Bolt, so I'm not as familiar with what the actual enhancers do.
This is why I squint at my sheet every single time, and I'm like, "What does that mean?" But then that's also why I've got it printed, so I can squint at it and go, "This says Code Breaker," or "This says Well-Rounded," or "This says Shroud Sleight of Mind."
Okay, so you're being escorted out of the building in front of the rush. What would you like to do? Womp.
I object. Don't object.
I didn't think I was that bad.
The trolls are just saying
You're
elves.
being discriminated against because you're a troll.
Hmm.
You can always make friends with the
Chunks,
trolls.
how much did you get paid for this job?
Not enough.
Not enough to beat up someone else.
You could slip them some credits to let you back in.
Oh,
Or we get a number.
No. We're gonna basically I'm gonna wait for the surf of elves to die down. The swell of elves.
Oh, yeah, I just want a cup of tea. When this is all over, can I come back in and just get my tea?
Well, considering most of the clientele leaving are not even up to your this part of you.
Mm.
You need to learn the spell Disguise Self, and then you can disguise yourself as an elf. And I'm not even slightly happy.
No. I
that
probably
rhymes.
would end up exploding trying to do that.
Okay, so we're up to a fourth round since the alarms were tripped. Who would like to go first?
Quick question, Martin.
Nero.
Yep.
Nero has technical aptitude, which the character reduces the amount of time needed to complete computer-related tasks by 25% per rank. I'm assuming that's when we're not in initiative.
That is generally when you're not in initiative and when you're actually doing tasks that can take hours or more to do.
Okay.
Such
Easy.
as if you're doing a extended test for finding information, that's where that kicks in.
Or what was it? Adding data searches and things like that, wasn't it?
That's basically the extended test.
Yeah.
Does this mean Nero's going first?
Yeah, Nero will go first.
Yep.
So I'm in SPU 6.
You're in SBU 6, yes, as I bring it back up again. You don't think what you're looking for would be in this server.
Alright.
You wouldn't stick it in the boss's computer.
No.
Because
So I have to go deeper.
you've been told to leave evidence in the boss's computer.
Oh, I've been told to leave evidence in the boss's computer.
So this is where we're supposed to leave stuff, not where we're supposed to take it from.
No, that's where we were supposed to leave the passcode, wasn't it? It was.
When you find the passcode.
Yeah.
You're expecting it to be off the main CPU because the DS represents data store, and the main data store of the CPU will be where you'd expect to find the raw data of the system.
So do you have to physically move desks for that, or do you just have to die in hacking terms?
He just has to the equivalent of
to get to it.
the equivalent of walk through a doorway.
So I was told to leave stuff here as evidence.
You haven't found the
After
evidence
you-
yet, though.
Okay.
I haven't found the evidence yet. So I still got to go further.
Yep.
Alright. Then I will walk
The whole point was we have to get 2 copies of part code, one copy you were going to leave in the blocker's Burma, and one copy you're taking with you.
So that's what I need to find the passcodes first. Okay, I'm gonna go walk deeper into the server.
Okay, so you register a tag on you as you go through the door. Basically, you get enough tags, and they will start tracing you.
Yep. Just making sure. Alright.
Okay, as you get into this system, you can see multiple Tylons all busily processing requests at desks and stamping with the approved or rejected stamps.
This looks interesting to say the least.
Multiple Talons?
Yep.
There was only one Talon, so
Well,
offended.
Someone's find you online.
Someone's gonna die.
You've got enough copies to be felt.
Yeah. Okay.
And you see up on a wall a list of founding members where one of them looks exactly like Talon, one of the 10 founders.
Oh, of course they do. Yep. Okay.
But
It's
actually,
obviously not me.
actually looks a little younger than the Talon you're used to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ah, they've taken the better, more innocent version of Talon, I see.
Not the better or more distant version. How dare you? I mean,
You don't even know I'm saying this. I'm virtual at the moment.
And one thing you do note is it says that it has a date of death of being about a year ago.
You could be a clone of yourself.
It's about when you start, you have memories.
Whose state of death?
Talon.
The younger version of Talon?
The picture of Talon in the mainframe says that the founder who looks like Talon died about a year ago, 6 months to a year ago.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm
Alright,
noting
and
that
can you please confirm for me what is the name of the founder that they are presenting?
They give no name.
Okay.
They
Alright,
just
cool.
have pictures of people.
Huh.
But the more important question to you as the player is, what is Harlan's earliest memory? About 12 months ago?
Yeah, probably about like 2 years ago, actually. Just
But
slightly
also,
before I met you, Shadowrunners.
Well, you only met them about 6 months ago.
Really, it's only been 6 months. It feels a lot longer.
It feels a lot longer.
Just note that Nero is the only one that
Because
can
I've
see
been
this
bleeding
at
for
the
the
moment.
last 6 months.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry?
Sounds about right, because I've been bleeding for the last 6 months.
So Nero is the only one that can see this at the moment, and he's
Currently,
written
yes.
down notes, and he will tell everyone once the hacking is done.
So you've taken screenshots.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so while you're doing that, who wishes to act next?
If everyone downstairs is acted, and in fact, if everyone else is
Only
acted,
Nero has acted this round.
Oh, yeah, okay, well, yeah. They're going downstairs.
Should Hollow act and can I try hacking the
Yep.
security system again?
You can. How much dice do you normally have?
3. Am I on the right one? Yes. 3 yellow, 3 green, 5 blue.
Okay, so you get an extra blue from the boost that Shadow had done, and an extra dice with Shadows, an extra boost with Shadows helping you, so that makes it 7 dice all up. And the difficulty was 2 red.
Red, yeah.
And
Remember also, Okay, Mark.
And I think you also have the code breaker.
I do, and I have bypass security as well.
I'm just going to have a quick
And-
look at that.
I've got bypass security, burn through, code breaker, distinctive style, net warrior, and technical aptitude. So if any of those help.
The technology what I can get back to that for what we're talking about. Burn through, you're not actually kind of putting ice at the moment, so that won't help you. Distinctive style means you put out 2 successes and 2 threat to your roll. As a bonus. Net warrior, you're not using a brain machine interface, so that won't help you.
So code breaker is the only one that will help me right now.
Well, I'd like that, so bypass security probably not, because the fucking code bypass over the more.
So net warrior doesn't help you.
But yeah, so could you code breaker, you can probably also use distinctive style, if you have, computer hacking or computer tech, to hack a system or break into your network, you can add a straight 2 successes and 2 threats to your result. And the GM can use the 2 threats to trigger, I know you. Now, Martin,
Yep.
is that 2 successes and 2 threats after the result is made, or could technically if your advantage is on the roll that can counter those 2 threats?
It's advantages that can counter. It's 2 threat that can be countered by advantages, and you should have 9 blue dice. So there's 2 given to you by Shadow and 2 given to you by Codebreaker. And that means that the difficulty is 1 red and 1 purple due to Codebreaker.
1 red, 1 purple.
Because it's downgraded the check once.
That's a lot of dice.
Alright, so I only have 8 blue dice because we need to buy, surprisingly, more dice.
Roll what you've got, and if you get it right, we'll roll what you need.
Yeah.
Well, actually, just probably roll the bad dice first.
Well, if guaranteed one of the blue ones is going to roll blank, then I'll just reroll that.
Yeah, exactly.
Which they did, and I'm going to roll that, and it rolled blank again, so, you know.
Were you using your distinctive style? You have to declare that beforehand, I would think.
It is something you have to declare, yes.
No, I was not going to use that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, successes take away failures. That takes away the threat. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Triumph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 advantages.
Okay, so would you like to upgrade your access again?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you find yourself instead of where you were expecting SBU 6 because you're trying to get the higher privileges, you end up instead at SBU 5, which is would be helpful if we actually had a 5 on that screen.
I was going to say, I can't see a 5 there. I can see a 9 and a 10.
9 and a 10 shouldn't exist, which is really odd. Okay. Where is
so
D11 and 12? Because trying to find out where we're actually supposed to be pointing because the numbers don't match.
Wait.
Don't you love it when these systems don't do that? So basically, you've got a few different things connected. I'm just trying to figure out which one points out to where it is. I think it's SBU2, to be honest, with the way the various things point. Yeah, they seem to have dropped off an entire node. Yay. So yes, you find
Wait.
yourself in the security node that's not listed.
Well, that gives us
That's because,
security.
that's because it's a security one. It's
Pretty
hidden.
You have entered redacted.
Okay.
I entered the Twilight Zone.
And so you can see a bunch of sword-wielding Talons ready for service. So you recognize them as Killer Ice. Data access point, which seems to be a large log file. A active terminal window showing multiple users in the security office currently activating. Screen showing cameras, alarms, the exterior and interior doors.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks as if you've reached the main security node.
Wait, Talon has reached the main security node?
No, hold on.
Hollow has.
Hollow is in there with a whole bunch of basically icebreaker Talons, so like...
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
icebreaker.
God.
Pause for a moment, guys. I'm trying to answer M there. It's not icebreaker Talons. It is ice Talons. These are things that kill hackers.
Oh, sorry.
You need your icebreaker to get past them.
I need my icebreaker to get past them, right, sorry.
Yes.
Which you don't currently have with you because you don't have your rigs that will allow you to be traced easily.
Yep. I'm not getting through that.
Well, you do currently have credentials that haven't activated them. But
Oh, so as in they're just standing there doing nothing right now.
they are ready to act upon you doing something bad or accessing the wrong system.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as they're concerned, right now, you're supposed to be there.
So,
Would you like to access one of the systems?
So what was there again? Because one of them sounded useful.
There's the interior and exterior doors. They're each a system. There's the alarm. There's the cameras. There's the terminal that the security team are using. And there is the data access log.
Aren't we after the data access log?
You're after the data, not the data access log. So,
I'm after the data.
So currently,
Sorry.
the log you see here is that registers every user's action, not the passcodes they use or the actions or the data they collect. Just that user A entered the system at this time and accessed this node.
Oh right, okay, so.
That's what the security logs do. They don't actually record your actual content, just that you did stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise it would be a breach of security. And you do see from the logs that they do have a map here for the system to understand that SPU-6 is listed as Iran's personal store. The CPU is listed as the central processing system for the network, with SPU2 being the administration system.
And that's where I currently am?
No,
Oh no, sorry, you said I'm in...
You're in one that's not even listed.
Yeah, that's where you said, that's where I was in 5 or something.
Because there's a lot there.
SPU1 is data routing, so that basically decides where all the data goes. 2 is the administration. 3 is research and development. So it's missing 4, 5, and 6. No, it's missing 4 and 5. So I'm going to say that pretty much SPU 9 and 10 are technically your security and what's the other one? Secondary programming systems. So you think that majority of the important stuff is located on SPU 2, where that has been flagged for attention.
So can I just move my way to SBU2 without much difficulty?
You can spend your action this round to go from 9 to 3 or 9 to CPU, whichever way you want to go.
Through, I mean, it's a bit of a muchness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Through 9 to CPU, I guess.
Okay, so you note that you have been tagged by the system as you pass through one of the gateways.
Well, that was bound to happen anyway, right?
It generally does, and basically, once you get a tag, it means the system has started a trace.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the other people outside at this stage, I'm going to say if you'd want, you can sort of sit in reserve while Shadow gets another hack. If Shadow would like to hack again.
One more go.
Yep.
At least. Same roll as before.
Same roll as before.
So is that
Yep.
3 green, 2 blue, 3 purple?
1 purple.
1 purple? Sorry, I don't know what purple's in here. Sorry, 5 green.
5 green, 1 purple.
Yeah, 1 purple, 2 blue.
Yep.
Okay. That's not as bad. I can see successes there.
Oh.
I can see a bunch of them.
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes and 3 advantages. So that's enough to get you into the system and start moving.
I've
Okay.
found that we need to at this stage.
So with that, Shadow appears in the data routing system, because that's where the base people go in. So that
Okay,
is you end up in this section.
Up there, yeah.
And as you get into the system, you get the email data store, the administrative email data store, the
Okay.
routing data store, the telephone access point for the various levels.
All the exciting bits. I see.
And you see sitting, shuffling bits of paper into different in and out boxes, a bunch of Talons dressed up in suits and ties and looking very officious.
Kiki.
Little male Tarquins.
Kiki.
Not male or female, but in full suits and ties.
I don't know. Do they?
How cute!
As long as they don't notice me, I'm good.
Well, they don't seem to be paying attention to you too much as you're just in that section.
Yeah.
It does have signs up for heading towards the administration system, noting down it is authorize only. And the other system that you could head towards is research and development, also listed as authorize only.
I gather I'd need to do more code breaking to get there. Okay.
Because the others have higher privileges, they don't see those signs because they're not limited.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am then going, as long as everyone else is happy, move back to Nero and say it's Nero's turn. You're in the CPU. What would you like to do next? For Josh.
So I'm in CPU.
Yep, you're in CPU.
I'm in CPU, and this was where I found all the Talons. Looking at their monitors and found out the date of death on what I believe is now Talon or whoever it is. You said so. Hollow's in SPU 2.
Hollow has just joined you in the CPU.
So is the CPU where we believe all the data is kept?
That's where you believe the core data is kept.
Alright, so and we're here for the data.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we'll just not Hollow, but Neuro will start getting to work and trying to copy, make double copies of data, and hopefully find the passcodes here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that will be a operations use, not hacking, because this is technically doing standard computer operations.
Yep.
And you will gain yourself another tag for your action.
Sure.
Okay, so do your computer sysops dice pool.
Oh, it's my sysops, not operations.
Sorry, it is sysops, yes. Because
Cool.
that sysops is system operations.
Mm-hmm.
And you're up against 3 purple.
Yep. I'm trying to make sure that I don't have something that just helps me before I am.
Okay, I'll try to quickly look as well.
I've got defensive slicing instead of adding a setback dice, upgrades the difficulty, and then technical aptitude. That's just the same thing, it just gives me a few blue dice. No, I don't think I do.
So the technical aptitude is what gives you the blue dice in your roll already.
Yeah,
And, and you're not protecting it against a hacker, so defensive slicing doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Shoot. You said 3 purple?
3 purple.
Poor Womp, he's stuck out there doing
Talking to the security guards.
duty.
Mm.
And Bolt is possibly out there now too.
That gets rid of that, that gets rid of that, that gets rid of that. That gets
Maybe,
rid of them.
No, I'll just chit chat and find out how long they've been working with them.
That is
Background
3 successes and 6 advantages, 7 advantages.
Okay, so you managed to keep the system from activating a report on your actions. And you also managed to unscramble the data so you could read it. It does tell you that the restricted data store on CPU 2 has all of the web addresses that they hack with the software packages and a list of all the actions of and their passcodes.
Passcode sounds like one of the things when
Where was that? Sorry, Martin?
CPU. Oh, okay, no.
SPU.
Yep. And then the matching section that connects everything together. So basically, this is the one that you've just hacked here, which has all the connecting data. So by lining up that and what you get from DS6, you can get the passcode you need.
Yeah. I saw Hollow with me, yeah?
You saw Hollow with you, yes.
I mentioned to Hollow that we need DS6 in SPU2. Or we need to get the codes out of SPU2. Because I don't know exactly where the thing would be held, or would I?
You do know that on that one there it's saying it is a restricted data store, so that's basically where the core data is, and Hollow knows that's where security is most focused.
Okay.
What you've done is get all the background information that is not considered secure, which points to that location being
The top area.
yeah. So you have all the matching data necessary to prove that they have done the mistakes and what they've done, but that's actually stored in that location. What the outcome of their attacks, plus the codes are there as well.
Lucky I was heading there anyway, and
I've got the general data, but to get to like the restricted stuff, we need to go into that. Cool.
And from what the system's saying, you've got about another 5 actions of downloading to get the data.
As I said, lucky I was heading to SPU 6 anyway, but at least I know that's definitely where I need to be now.
You mean to SPU 2?
SPU 2, data source 6.
Data source 6, yep, sorry, I got that mixed up in my wording.
We all get dyslexic at times. Okay, so Hollow gets another tag as she moves into SPU 2. And as you're in there, you can basically see a very officious-looking Talon sternly looking at all other users with this sort of librarian look.
Can I do the whole like Jedi? I'm not the sort of user you're looking for.
Sure, you can do a hacking result at this point.
Yep. So that'll be the computer sysops one?
That would be computer hacking.
Oh, just another computer hacking? Okay.
If you're subverting the system, you're hacking. If you're using the system, you're sysops.
Yeah, okay.
It's very simple definition.
So that'll be the same amount of blue dice as before, right?
It would be the
9...
same amount of blue dice, 9 blue dice. And the difficulty will be 3 red.
3 red.
With the downgrade.
Yeah.
As I flip one of the tokens over.
And I need to reroll those. What's that?
So Jeremy, it's quite amusing if you're looking at the actual module. The data is pointing to the wrong sections, wrong labels, everything. So I'm looking at going, I did read through this, and no wonder I was confused the last time I read through it.
So,
It's,
I don't think there
I
are
believe you.
around at that time.
So the reason that I pointed everyone to the central one, because that's where it's set to go, but the data that's connected to it is actually off a different one. So they didn't even get their references right. Okay.
Oh, well, it was one of the classic things that factor in the early days, but the editing was not all that great.
Shadowrun notoriously bad. So go, Em.
10 successes, 5 advantages.
Okay, you managed to get in there, and as you're opening the restricted section, the assassin Talon with multiple blades just smiles at you as you go right past.
Well, yeah. Thank you so much for that.
And yes, you did hear it do that laugh at you as you go past, and you find that there is a large file here with all the details that will match up to what Nero's downloading.
Yep.
Okay, so I will say in the background with Shadow managing to keep part of the system busy by having an extra user on the system.
Mm-hmm.
The more people using it, the less the ice can act.
Yep. hopefully.
That is actually part of the way the systems
I'm
work.
happy with that.
And you also get to see many Talons doing stuff.
Yeah, that's okay. I will occasionally try to blend in.
Okay, so that means once once Nero and Hollow get joined back up again with their data set, they can leave a code in SBU6, which is one of the jobs they had to do.
Yep.
And then jack out of the system, having completed that part of the run.
Yeah, okay. Yep, that sounds good. Like, I think I understand what you're all talking about, but I am not a computer person.
And then they get Shadow also out at the same time.
Yeah.
This
is not an environment I'm comfortable in.
I will ask, do your characters want to do anything having successfully grabbed the codes? Because it wasn't a kill everyone starting mission. That's coming up next.
Yeah, no.
Weren't we supposed to deposit some of the data we got
Yeah, we're supposed to
on
leave
one of the
some
other
of
nodes
it in
first,
SPU6.
and then jack out?
That was
Yeah,
what I
that's what
Yeah, that's where you put it in SPU6.
That's what Martin said we did.
Instead of making you roll for it because Josh had already gotten into that node.
Node, yeah, he was letting us off.
Oh
letting
right,
me off
yeah,
by
cool.
not
We just
making me roll another
backtracked
computer
and did that. Okay, cool. Sorry, I missed that because there was a bit of it keeps dropping you out as well. So
Yeah, you attacked it at both ends.
yeah,
It's hard to keep track of all of the killing,
all the hacking and
which I love.
And,
all the tee-hee-hees in the background.
and each of you will
No.
also have nice recordings to show Tarlin of the various images you got of her.
Oh, well, you know, that'll suit the
Oh my
narcissistic.
god. Love that for me.
Mm.
And hey, maybe you've been around longer than you know.
Oh.
Or
No,
not as long as you know.
like wrinkles, hopefully.
I do love, however, with the introductions to this session, Talon's like, I don't have a backstory. We'll leave it at that. Mine's just like, cool. About a year ago, here's your date of death.
Quiet, you.
Josh just knows me well.
Yeah.
No, shut up.
just totally breezing over it. It's fine.
Clone.
Nothing to see here.
She's slipped out of the Matrix and
Universal
become corporeal.
Brotherhood storyline's coming up at some point.
Okay, so would you like to add anything else before I go to end credits as you all leave the building?
Awkward.
Having them doing a full security sweep and shut the computers down not long after you jack out.
No, I suppose it's pretty successful.
Yeah.
Yep, all good, thank you.
Well, good.
Okay.
All good.
Going to go to end credits and then chat.
Just gonna quickly.
And as we walk away, explosion.
Bullshit.